This is our paranormal podcast because this is our paranormal community, and we want to support you here on RU Media Network. We are proud to be sponsored by the Haunted Hinsdale House in Hinsdale, New York. Here are your hosts, Brian Mersall and Shawn Gilmore.
Happy Halloween-ish, everybody. Shawn Gilmore, the co-host, and Brian Mersall, brother co-host. How's it going?
Good. How are you, Shawn?
I'm doing pretty good. Now, I told you guys I had a little bit of surprise before we started the show. I'm just going to put this out here right now. The Parapooch, you're not going to hear it. His voice box is broken, but he's on. Look for lights. Linda Dix said, I don't know what your show is about today, but there's spirit waiting for you downstairs in your office. Ooh. So I don't know. I don't know if I told Linda that my office was even downstairs, but she specifically said that they're waiting for me downstairs, and if I have any IT issues, which we just had, you'll know what.
Yeah, it's still fuzzy.
Yeah,
on the sides.
I mean,
it's not bad.
Over here, there's like this
yeah
fuzziness. That's a flower I got at the Van Gogh experience thing.
That's like when you see the SLS figures on the camera just dancing around, but
right?
Yeah,
it's weird. I don't know. I turned my camera on and off. There's no reason for it to be doing that. Never done that before, so it'll be fun, guys. So yeah. So I just wanted to point that out. Guys, we have an awesome show for you guys. This is our Halloween special, since we're every other week. We don't have a show before Halloween except for this one. And my good friend, my brother Ken Allen.
Absolutely.
Oh man, the man of many talents, scariest motherfucker I know, but yet the nicest motherfucker I know. Man, we have so much to talk about, and this is gonna be great. My golden night is to talk about the scariest experiences that you've had dealing with the occult, dealing with all of your things, and also let's talk about some of the real dangers of investigating the paranormal, some of the real stuff. Let's get people scared. Let's get scary. And then, oh, you fucker. And then,
oh, man.
I don't want to scare people like that. I mean,
it's so good.
I mean, wow.
And that's the show.
Yeah. Now you're done. Good. Everyone's scared. Everyone's going to have nightmares.
We've already hit the A list, the S list of scaries.
That was great.
That's awesome. Great. So, that's what I get for when people come on, they say they're scared of spiders, and they put a picture of a spider. Anyways, so yeah, that's what I did. And then you have a really cool project that we're going to talk about too, Ken. And we're also going to talk about your podcast, The Wizard's Table, because it's a really cool podcast, and it's here on the RU Media Network, guys.
That's right. Thank you, David Woolver.
That's right. Thank you, David Woolver, the man behind all of our shows. Oh, all right. We got some people saying hi already. Cool. Very cool. So, guys, everyone knows now it's October. The veil is thinning. I don't know if anyone has any investigations coming up this weekend. I know I do. I know Ken had mentioned one this weekend. Brian, do you have an investigation this weekend?
No, but I had one last weekend.
That's right. You went to the Gill House.
The Gill House.
What'd you think?
It was fantastic. Ken, have you ever been there?
No, I haven't. No.
All right. I'm a guy who likes to stay in my lane. I don't know what's going on. They said 6,000 square foot. I didn't know if that was big or not. Man, that place is big. Crazy seeing, shadows on, going up the stairs and hearing loud noises and everything is great. But my experience was I was still coming off of a sinus infection. I had so much mucus running down the back of my throat. And this is the scary part for the scary podcast. And then I ate like 3 protein bars, and I had some indigestion, like some like acid reflux, but there were no Tums. So that was also scary when you have like, okay, so I took expired something for like lactose intolerant stuff that's supposed to help your stomach or something, and like 9-year-old that and 9-year-old Imodium.
Wow.
9 years old.
Oh my God.
I had the worst stomach ache. It was the first time. It was my 46th investigation, and it was the first time I had to clock out of an investigation. I just sat in my car and I couldn't even sleep. I was in so much pain. I couldn't do anything. Like I was nauseous. My stomach hurt, but I couldn't do anything. So it's just like in pain for 5 hours until we got home.
You know, I'm going to write that down, 9 years old, because I will use that shit as a revenge spell.
You need to.
Oh wow! Okay.
Revenge is the best. Like a dish best served cold, and
exactly
9-year-old. Just.
So what is it? 9-year-old Robotestin?
It was no. I wish it was Imodium and something for like lactose intolerant stuff. Like I'm not, and I didn't even have anything like that. It was just something with like some kind of stomach relief. Anyways. That was the scariest part for me, but everyone else had blasts. So, which means you guys are going to have a blast on your investigations. The veil is thinning.
Yeah.
So
definitely. Nice. Very nice. Now this one, this comment I just put it. What's up, gang? Says I actually read this, and there's an old movie where I can't think of the name of the movie. They're like going to a party. And they're trying to one of the kids goes and gets a fake ID.
I thought you were talking about Scary Movie 1 where like this.
No, I'm talking about this guy's. I'm reading this. Gangsters.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of this movie. They're going into a party. The guy gets a fake ID, and he's like a young guy with glasses, and Jonah Hill's in it. I can't think of the name of the movie.
I think I know what you're talking about. I can't think of it either.
He's like, "What's up, gangsters?" I don't know. It's really funny, but I read it. That's how I read it in that kid's voice. So, I don't know. Sorry. All right. So now, what's this?
Luna says hello.
Oh, that's the new dog.
Yes.
The newest member of the Mersall family.
Yeah, Julie and Becca just said hello. They're out to dinner.
Hi. There they are.
Yeah. So I'm the one doggy sitting tonight. So if they randomly start barking, that's my fault.
Yeah. Super Bad is the name of the movie. Thank you, Aaron. To the rest of you.
That's it, baby. That's it, baby.
Yeah, Super Bad. Melvin too. All right. Thanks, guys, for
Melvin's gonna know.
Oh, Melvin.
Right.
Right off the rip, what's the scariest movie that you've seen / enjoy, Ken?
Oh, movie? Dude. Movie? Really? Dude, I don't know, man. It's okay. So, like I wouldn't consider it scary. I just think it's ridiculous. Like those Saw movies and stuff. I'm not into that gore and torture and stuff like that. I don't watch those things. I think they're ridiculous. I like something
thinking like Coco from.
Yeah. Probably that movie.
Coco from Disney.
I don't know, man. I mean, I would really have to sit down and think about that. I've seen a lot of movies, so I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, well, I think the Evil Dead remake was the only movie that had me like looking at the exit sign at the movie theater. I don't know, like,
I've
seen it. Yeah, I liked it, but
I don't know, man. Like for a movie to be scary though, like it's got to for me, it's got to be like a real mind fuck.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be extreme.
Yeah.
It's
got to be like a psychological thriller. Those thrasher movies, they don't really do much for me. But if it's like a good thriller, or I really like ones. There is this one I can't remember. This one was about someone getting possessed.
Interstellar was great, but not scary.
Yeah.
Was it Possession of Emily Rose? Was that the one where she's like, there's this one scene where she's just like totally like creepy. But like stuff about possession for some reason that stuff.
Oh, what about Event Horizon? That was pretty good.
Event Horizon was pretty good. The Exorcist, like the original Exorcist, yes, like back in the day. That's when movies were good.
Yeah.
Like, man.
I don't know if I've seen Event Horizon unless it's
it's Lawrence Fishburne, and I swear to God, that man's head gets bigger and bigger and bigger every year. And I mean, I don't mean that, I mean that physiologically, his head gets bigger, but he's a great actor. So.
Was it weird where like the ship was like going into hell or something and everyone's dying?
Right. That was it. Yeah.
I have seen the synopsis of that one. Some I haven't seen. Some I just watch the breakdowns.
Yeah. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody correct me if I'm wrong. But I haven't seen it in probably 10 or 12 years. But I think that the ship was powered by a singularity, a black hole, and somehow that. Got them into the dimension of hell.
Yeah. And
what about like movies about aliens, like Signs, like stuff like that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And now we need to get past these movies. Let's talk about the real shit.
Right.
Let's talk about.
Amen.
I mean, aliens.
Aliens. You got to leave it at the aliens, man. Because
you know what? Real quick,
that to me is scarier than any spirit. Because I can.
And I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm just going to say real quick, I'm on the Outcast Paranormal team, and we are in fact investigating aliens also.
Nice.
A guy named David Eckhart. Okay, he is an alien abductee. He's been dealing with this shit for almost 20 years. Doesn't matter where he lives. It doesn't matter where he moves. He is in Florida, but we've been going over there and conducting investigations and stuff, and we have incredible evidence from that, and there'll be a movie coming out about that soon. Sorry.
No, that's the thing. Is
a lot of irons or a lot of like.
No, I mean aliens. It's like aliens. It's like there's so much. Like, but the thing is that we really don't know what their intentions are with us. And I definitely believe in aliens, and I don't know. That's what scares me. These are physical beings from outreaches of places that I can never imagine. And they're smarter than us. They have better technology than us. What is their intentions? Like with spirit, it's like I can at least feel the intention. I can kind of feel it. I can sage. I can pray. I can protect myself. I can call Ken. But with aliens, I'm just proper fucked, man. I'm gonna just.
If you're awake, you can feel their intentions. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Aliens. If you are that close to an alien that you're feeling,
well, let me
you're
say,
already proper fucked.
Let me tell you about this, Shawn. When we went over there and we filmed, we're not done. It's still in editing. But when we went over there and we filmed, I did a lot of prayers in Hebrew. And later on, we found out that David told one of the other team members that after I came in and did what I did, because as far as I know, I'm the only person who went over there and used the techniques I did as an occultist. But I prayed in Hebrew. I did the lesser banishing ritual, the pentagram, various other things. I wasn't trying to banish them. I was trying to, stir them up a little bit so we could get the evidence, bring them to the surface. He said that they went crazy, dude. They were highly active, very confused, chattering among themselves, and overly active after I talked and prayed in Hebrew. That really stirred them up.
Huh. Well, that is an ancient language.
It is. Yeah.
What like when you look at like demons and angels and like the hierarchy of like more powerful spirits, and when you compare them to like the quote unquote strength or power of like aliens, what does like
where do they fall?
Yeah. Like in your rational, like
okay. In my experience, a physical alien being is no comparison to a spiritual entity that has the power of an angel or a demon or a jinn.
Okay.
There's just no comparison in terms of their abilities and their powers. The angel, the demon, the jinn, they have it. They have it. So.
Well, then, do you think like angels, spirits, demons, jinns, are they like earthbound, or do you think that they can go outside other planets and like I don't know if I'm asking like the
No, you're
like
asking a good
intellectual
question.
way.
No, I understand what you're saying. I think okay, it depends on the being, it depends on the entity, it depends on the demon, it depends on the angel. Some of them can absolutely, of course, and they can cross over into alternate dimensions and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it just depends on the nature and the power of the particular entity. For example, Azazel. Azazel is one of the most powerful demons / watchers ever. There is, yeah, a lot he can do.
There's a game that's trending now, like a scary game called Devour, and they use Azazel. Is that maybe somewhat close or totally
I
different?
I don't know anything about the games.
Oh, no. So like they pronounce it Azazel.
Oh, you're asking about the pronoun. Okay, so
I
there
didn't know if it was the same thing.
No, I got you. Everybody pronounce. Yeah, it's the same thing. Some people
Okay.
pronounce it Azazel. Some people pronounce it Azazel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those games and books and movies, they get their names from a lot of times it's real
Yeah,
names.
but isn't that
it's,
crazy that like that you just mentioned is decently mainstream with everyone now? I mean, listening to it and like saying that name out
I
loud for like the last few
yeah
months.
yeah
Interesting.
I didn't know that. So
Yeah.
it can definitely be really intense. And you had mentioned the Melvin even said more than just physical, Sean, extra dimensional, interdimensional, and galactic.
Uh-huh.
100%, I agree. But when I think of interdimensional and extra dimensional, I don't really. I guess aliens would kind of fit into that, but that's not. I don't really think of aliens. I think of like other spiritual kind of beings. Like if something's coming to us interdimensionally, that to me, like I think that Bigfoot is probably like an interdimensional.
yeah,
Spiritual creature.
it's interesting you bring that up because me and Stacy Brown, who is the I guess the boss or the leader of Outcast Paranormal, um, he started out hunting Bigfoot, and
Mm-hmm.
in Florida we call it a skunk ape. But he has some of the most, actually, he has the most compelling thermal image, not thermal footage of a skunk ape here in Florida, maybe an hour from me. But that's where he started, and then he moved over into other things or whatever.
Does he have
But
that posted anywhere?
yeah, you can look it up. You should be able to look it up. Look up Stacy Brown Jr. or Bigfoot Stacy, uh, thermal image, skunk ape, something, because he's got a movie out called The Skunk Ape Lives, and yeah, it goes over and all that. It
So,
talks about that. It shows it.
okay,
So,
Stacy.
Stacy Brown.
So that's
Sorry,
where
go
they
ahead. I didn't mean to
started.
interrupt. I just
No.
wanted.
No, see, he was uh, and I was right. I was in the same place he was at first because I was thinking, okay, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, whatever you want to call them, uh, they're cryptids. They're just physical beings. But he said that when he goes out and he hunts these things and he does spot them, or he gets near them, his cameras start acting up. The cameras become drained. The batteries become
Mm.
drained, just like an investigation, like you guys experience, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, you know, and I believe what he says. He's a good guy. He's a good man. He lives like 2 miles down the road from me. We've known each other for 20 years, but uh, yeah, I didn't believe that they were anything other than a biological entity. So,
Hmm. But
and he
yeah,
didn't either. He didn't either at first until he started experiencing all this strange phenomena with his equipment when they were around. So
man, that is so crazy.
it
And
is.
just like it's interesting how the start of one adventure kind of leads to more and more and more. Now we all get put, and just like just I guess going back to what you said, so many irons in the fire, and
The more you know, the more you know you don't know.
yeah,
That's the
honestly,
truth, man. That is 100% the
honestly,
truth. The more research we do, the more
mhm,
questions we have. So it's like,
yeah,
how do we get to that definitive answer? That is the name of the game, but I don't know if
Yeah.
anyone has that answer quite yet. The
that's
people who know that it's there, it's pretty much a belief, and there's no real evidence though.
that's what I got from the trailer that we watched off screen. It's just doing different things, and asking
Yeah.
different questions. Except
He
you needed
owed-
more. You needed more FaceTime. What's up with that, Ken?
What's that now? I'm sorry.
You needed more FaceTime. I didn't like.
In
You need
the
to be the star of this trailer.
in the
Yeah.
teaser.
Mhm.
Yeah. See, well, a lot of that was filmed prior to me coming into the picture, but I will be throughout the entire movie, off and
Okay.
on. I'll be throughout the entire movie, and I don't know if you guys want to get into that yet or not, but I can tell you some pretty intense
Yeah.
stuff about that when we
Well,
started filming my part.
I'll tell you what. Why don't we
Play it.
do? Yeah, let's play it. and then we can jump
dude.
into it. Oh,
Should we put the banner? Is this banner correct? Like this one?
oh, yeah, that's the banner.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know
Yeah,
we're all
this-
over the place tonight, and I'm sorry.
Now this is not the trailer. It's a teaser.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
I'm not in the teaser, but I don't know what's going to happen with the trailer. But keep in mind when we do get into talking about this, the actual movie will be coming out between December and January.
All right, here we go, guys.
Hopefully one day you will start to question everything that you've been told. You know, what they've led you to believe was good versus what they've led you to believe was bad. What they told you to be afraid of. And even our own reality.
I mean, I remember distinctly eyes. Look at you.
What do you want to tell me?
I don't know. I can't take it.
We've always had a problem accepting the rules that were put into place by those who came before us.
You're going to take ritual magic and drugs together.
I mean, when you look at the paranormal especially, with the Bigfoot, aliens, ghosts, we really haven't made any progress in the last 60 years. And that should be unacceptable to everyone.
I shouldn't have done this. I apologize to my family.
When did it become taboo to think outside of the box?
I'm going to stay ready to go and retrieve them if necessary. So,
What are they afraid we're going to find?
So yeah, Sky Ray asked, what's it called? The Mookie Experiments.
The Mookie Experiment. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that shit is intense.
Oh,
I'll
it is,
tell you
dude.
what.
It is.
Wow.
And it's 100% real, man. 100%. Yep.
I'm excited. And then you said it's coming out in January, or
They're shooting for December, but no later than January. Probably December. It'll be on Amazon.
What was that? You said that he was going to mix drugs with ritual magic.
Yeah, hallucinogenics with ritual magic.
Like, are we talking LSD? Or
I can't
mushrooms?
say.
What
I
are we
can't.
talking?
I can't say.
come on, yeah, Shawn.
I'm looking for too much detail.
Yeah,
I can't say.
I just want to know,
Lipton
is it
diet.
peyote?
But
I
all those
mean-
guys, they're great guys. They're experienced. They know what they're doing. And the guy that did decide to take that substance, he's done it 100 times. I wish I could say more. I do.
Well, we're just gonna have to wait and watch.
Yeah. The Mookie Experiments, baby.
Wow, dude, this shit's crazy. Now you mentioned what your part is. What can
Yeah.
you tell us about your part?
Okay, so my part is pretty intense. I am literally invoking an ancient, powerful, goetic entity. This is a still you're about to play of me invoking
Okay,
the.
hold on. Oh, I lost. What? Okay, here we go. So this one.
No, that one. It's the one. It's the one
I'm
below
a
that.
corn fan. I'm a corn
Yeah,
fan.
but now there's West Indian music.
All right, just to pause it. What are you doing here? Can you tell us?
Okay, I am literally invoking a very powerful goetic entity to open gates, to open doors. My arms are extended that way to open myself up to this entity. The circle that I am in is called a universal circle. It's designed to conjure, stir, command, invoke, and evoke any entity I want. Dead humans, jinn, demons, angels, whatever. But basically, I'm invoking a powerful gatekeeper of a dark realm.
Wow.
Okay. But now, keep in mind, the music that you see there, that's not in the actual movie.
It's not. This is the negative one by Slipknot. We do not own the rights to this music. I felt like we needed to say that.
Yeah.
Okay. So here.
The morning star. You had to make that right.
This is cool though. What's this?
That's the Necronomicon.
This is where TikTok gets you, because it's like you start watching one video and it's like, I gotta keep on watching them all. Yeah. So there's another video I wanted to show. Oh look, there's me. This one here. Can you explain to us what you're doing here?
I'm praying in Hebrew. This was at David Eckhart's house.
It's very peaceful. Is it supposed to be?
Yes.
All right, very cool. So you guys want to know a little something about me? I don't talk about much. I was born Jewish, and my Hebrew name is Chaim. At least it would have been if I say Jewish.
Say it again.
My Hebrew name that my mom gave me is Chaim.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I don't talk about it much because I'm not really Jewish. Well, I'm not anymore. I'm baptized Catholic now. But yeah, I heard that in there.
Yeah.
So
it's the Mookie Experiments. It's 100% real. Everything we do is legit. Very risky. Some of it's very dark, and a lot of it is very dangerous, especially what I do in the movie. Don't try this at home, kids, okay?
Yeah. So with that, what is the most intense thing or experience or conjure that you have ever done that you can share with us?
Sure. Yeah. I would say one of the exorcisms that I had to perform on a lady. I don't know if we ever talked about this on any of your past shows. I know it's been brought up when I've been interviewed before. It's been brought up on the Wizard's Table podcast and a few others, but thank you, Sky. I had to perform an exorcism about five hours west of me, and it was pretty intense. So I had a couple medical professionals there, EMT, a psychologist, my apprentice at the time, and me, and the lady's daughter was there. She was bound. We had her bound in one of those metal folding chairs. And so I began to use a combination of Roman Catholic exorcisms and voodoo or voodoo prayers, and even Native American prayers. And the reason I did this is because I wanted to get this thing off of her, as soon as possible. We were there for many hours. There were some supernatural, paranormal, whatever you want to call it, things that did in fact happen. The chair did rise up off the ground about 5-6 inches, and it slammed back down. The woman did start growling and speaking in Latin in a very guttural voice. And then she began to, and I'm always hesitant. I'm always hesitant to talk about this because people just don't believe it. She then began to spit up or cough up or throw up small iron coffin nails. And
oh, I remember this.
Yeah, 4 of us actually witnessed that. That was very, very intense. I had to calm my apprentice down. I had to calm the daughter down. I had to calm the EMT down because they all just wanted to hit it. And I'm like, no, you can't do that shit. You've got to stand your ground. You got to stay here. You guys just relax. Relax, right? Sure, relax.
Didn't it like disappear or something?
The nails did, yeah. As soon as they dropped down, because we wanted to collect them. We wanted to collect them. And we wanted to bless them with holy water and bury them in the west to diminish their power. But we couldn't find them.
Yeah.
Couldn't find them. We looked for those things for like 2 hours. We were beyond belief that we couldn't find them. I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised though. I'm sorry.
Not a single one of those nails.
No.
Wow.
No.
That's intense, dude.
Yeah.
And so, okay, go on.
Let's see. What was the other one?
I thought you were still telling that story. So how did you help this girl though? What happened?
Well, like I said, I used a combination of Roman Catholic exorcism, Voodoo exorcism, and Native American exorcism. Anyway, we got the spirit out of her and off of her, and we banished it. So, as Gandalf would say, back into the shadow.
So you banished it, you like sent it back to hell, essentially.
Yes.
Okay.
If that's what you want to call that abode, sure.
I don't know what you want to, but like to explain.
Works.
It in ways that people understand.
Right.
You sent it away. You sent it home.
We sent it back to the abyss. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have some questions here, real quick. Sky Ray wants to know. Oh wait, wrong. There we go. What is your background?
Oh my God. Okay, so I am a ceremonial magician, ritual magician. I practice Solomonic magic, goetic magic. I do, in fact, invoke and evoke demonic entities. And I have my reasons for that. It's not evil. I do practice voodoo. It is a religion for me. It's not all about magic. I also practice hoodoo. Voodoo and hoodoo are 2 different things. One's more religious. The other's more practical folk magic type stuff. I am actually, believe it or not, a Muskogee Creek Native American Indian chief, which they are called Mikos. I trained for 7 years underneath a Muskogee Creek medicine man. It was grueling. It was hard, but it was beautiful. It was amazing. I learned so much. My mother is Sicilian, her mother Sicilian, and her mother Sicilian, and they practiced Sicilian folk magic in the home as I was growing up, which is called strega, but they didn't call it that. They didn't refer to it as that. They just referred to it as doing things or handling business or taking care of stuff. They never called it strega, and there's a lot of Catholic elements in strega. So I'm also a practitioner of runes. Not so much as for divination, but for inward and outward magical change. I studied the runes. I've been studying them since I was 16, and I'm 46 now. I don't consider myself a rune master because there are maybe 3 or 4 of those left in the world, but I do know my runes. Tarot cards. For example, if it's okay, Shawn, I'll go into this for a second. If I'm reading a tarot deck, if I'm reading a tarot for someone else, because I don't like to divine for myself, because sometimes I just don't want to know, bro. You know? I don't wanna know.
Mm-hmm.
But if somebody comes to me and they want a tarot reading, I will. I love you, Teresa, so much. I will. I will read tarot for them. Now, if I feel, and this is a thing. This is a thing, baby. If I feel that the tarot card, I'll tell the person what the tarot cards say. I will interpret that for them, not just based on the book, but based on my own intuition and my spirit guides, which is an ancestor and a jinn. So if the outcome looks bleak, or depressing or whatever, hey man, it's simple. I pull out a positive card, toss that other one to the side, do some spells, prayers, and incantations, and I make that one happen instead. And that is a thing. That is a thing. So
you say that because when you first told me that, it was a private conversation between you and I. I'm like, is that really a thing? You're like, yes, that is a thing.
That is a thing. I've got an extensive background, and I'm not trying to brag or be egotistical or anything, but I've been doing it for God, like I said, early in other podcasts since I was 11, but I've been exposed to it since I was probably 6 or 7. I don't know. So a lot of stuff.
No, I mean, it's not about bragging. You're telling us what you know. You're telling us your experience. You're telling us what your expertise is, and it's a lot. So, and then you also answered the next question was, how did you get into this field? Through family. Your path led you.
Through family. Although if my grandmother and my great grandmother were alive, they would probably beat the shit out of me with a ruler like those old nuns, because of the fact that I do dabble into the goetic and work with the goetic spirits, but they're not evil in the Christian sense of the word evil. So
now, when you say goetic,
if
people know, a lot of goetic is not a term you hear very often. No,
it's not. It comes from ancient Grecian Roman term, which means to wail or to scream or to howl or whatever. But it's basically a type of Western shamanism. Okay, Goetia or goetic. But beyond that, a goetic entity or a goetic spirit is a daemon or a demon, which you will find that there are 72 primary demons in the Lemegeton, which is a book that was reportedly written by King Solomon himself. There's no evidence to that, but there's no evidence that King Solomon existed, but I truly believe that he did. But the Ars Goetia, it's a book about summoning, conjuring, stirring, summoning, invoking, and evoking the 72 demons of the Goetia. Now, that's goetic ceremonial magic. There is I love her so much. She's awesome. There is another type of goetic magic called goetic demonolatry. Demonolatry. All right, let me explain the differences without going into detail, because we could be here for 8 hours talking about this stuff. All right, so your run-of-the-mill Solomonic magic, goetic magic, is forcing, commanding, and demanding demons to come forth to appear in a triangle, and what's called the triangle of art. And I have 3 of them. And I used to practice this way years ago in the beginning, but you use ancient God names, Hebrew names of God, like Ata, Malkut, Vegabora, Vegadula, Leolachim, Madonai. You do which is the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram. And then you do Tetragrammaton, which is an ancient Hebrew name of God. But anyway, you're forcing it there. You're threatening it with God names. Yes, of course, the demon's going to show up, but it's going to be very hostile. It's going to be extremely angry. I would, right? Demonolatry, on the other hand, is a softer way of working with the demons. It's a kinder way of calling them forth into your presence, into the circle. I still recommend using a circle, even in demonolatry. They don't get pissed off. They don't get angry. They don't try to scratch you or bite you, or there's none of the smell of feces or sulfur or any of that craziness. That doesn't happen. When you practice sometimes, and you have to carry an iron ring that's been blessed with holy water to stay the stench, the horrendous stench of sulfur and rotting flesh from some of these demonic entities, such as Osmodeus. Now, that's in Solomonic magic. But if you do that using the techniques of demonolatry, summon him, he's not going to arrive with that stench. He's not going to arrive. He's not going to be angry. He's not going to be hostile. You still use a minimum amount of protection, but they're not pissed off. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. So when you're doing that, how would you say is the best way for like a person like myself or Brian to protect ourselves? Like if we're with somebody and they want to do a circle, what would be like the best way for Brian and I to protect ourselves, to make sure that we're safe, because we're not in that circle with you?
Right. And that's a great question, because a lot of times when I do this, if somebody wants to be a bystander, I don't really like that. I'm like, you can bystand, but you need to get your ass in the circle. Anyway, honestly, it comes down.
Get in the circle. Got it.
Honestly, it comes down to your personal faith. Your personal faith is a very powerful thing, Shawn. I don't care if you're Catholic, if you're Muslim, if you're a Buddhist. Buddhism has power. Buddhism is very powerful, especially Tibetan Buddhism. It's powerful. It's traditional. There is a mantra for everything. So it comes down to your personal spiritual beliefs, and you can use those techniques to protect you.
Okay.
Did that answer the question?
It did. Actually, very well. And real quick, Melvin, we're getting a lot of questions here.
Real quick. Melvin, come on, man.
Yeah, I know. What
do you do to determine someone isn't suffering through mental episode and is in fact indeed in need of an exorcism? What are some no-nos when performing an exorcism? And does one need to be religious to perform one, or just have knowledge of the occult?
Okay.
That is loaded of all sorts of
and it's a great question. Thank you, Melvin. Because I do have psychic abilities and intuitive abilities, I know. Okay. I know if somebody is suffering from mental illness, or if there truly is a spirit there. I can't speak for other people, but I know. Something as simple as this, I channel my energy through that, and I focus that energy on that individual. It's a beautiful crystal, by the way. I love it, baby. And I just know, I feel it. I can't explain the feeling, but I also, a lot of times, I will take a psychologist with me, someone that can make that determination as to, I want their opinion. I want the psychologist's opinion. I want the EMT's opinion, because look, let's face it, EMTs, they've seen a lot of shit too, right?
Right.
But I just know, instinctively I know, and I trust my instincts, and I trust my spirits and my guides, and I trust my jinn 100%. My jinn guides me a lot. He does a lot for me. He guides me. He lets me know, hey, you're dealing with this, or you're dealing with that. What was the other part of the question?
What are some no-nos when performing an exorcism?
Okay. So you definitely don't want to do it by yourself. Okay. You don't want to do it by yourself. And there's a lot of reasons for that. In case things do get out of control, you want someone there to help you, to protect you in case you pass out, fall out, or in case you're physically attacked. Not just by the person that's possessed, but by objects moving around, because that can happen. I've seen that happen before. I've seen plates fly off the wall, pictures falling down, and stuff like that. You want someone there for that, but also you want someone there as a witness to make sure and this is a reality today, okay? To make sure that or to testify that you did not try to sexually molest or mess with somebody in an inappropriate way, okay? But you definitely want someone there. For me, it's if I can't get the psychologist or the EMT, he tries. He can't when he can. I'm bringing my apprentice. I will have a witness there with me, and someone who is capable of picking me up if I fall down or if I get attacked. Fortunately, I've never been attacked. And the other party says, does one need to be religious to perform one, or just have knowledge of the occult? You don't necessarily need to be religious, but your faith needs to be somewhere, okay? You need to have faith in something. I don't care if it's the Ronald McDonald sign or whatever. You need to have faith in something. And as far as the occult, yes, you should have knowledge in the occult, because as I was saying earlier, I performed exorcisms using Roman Catholic techniques. but obviously they do not hold the monopoly. They don't have a monopoly on exorcism. So I have actually called on superior demons to get rid of lower level demons that was possessing people or haunting a house for whatever reason, or attached to someone. I've called upon their superiors, and that works beautifully. Sometimes that works better than anything.
You want
Almost
Conjure Karen on them.
Yeah.
Conjure Karen.
Somebody else said that. You know, I know who said that. My co-host, Mistress B, said you're the occult Karen or something. Yeah, I went Karen on their ass.
Nice. That's awesome that you're able to do that. Now, when okay, that was a weird sound. So when you're doing an exorcism,
mm-hmm.
and you mentioned like you mentioned several different religious elements, because that kind of brings me to like my thought, like what, like a Catholic prayer can't always work. I mean, I might be Catholic, but what if the demon or whatever isn't affected by that? Like what, there's all different levels and different, right? So
absolutely.
what do you do? Like, because I mean, I know Catholics, like if you come in and you start saying like Hebrew, they're
mm-hmm.
like, what the frick are you doing in my house right now? So like, how do you go about that? What's the best way to go about that? And are there really times when you have to, use more than one religious belief to get to the bottom of things?
The only time first of all, I've had no complaints from anybody. They just want the damn things gone. Okay. I've even had to banish an angel. We can talk about that later if you want. But the people don't care. They just want it gone. So, like I said, I've used Roman, I've used Voodoo, I've used Native American. I am what's called a chaos magician. As a chaos magician, we use whatever the hell we need, with whatever we're dealing with. We go into this situation, and as a chaos magician, you need to be well versed in many different modalities of sorcery, of magic, of religion, of prayers, and even languages to an extent, but not necessary. So, yeah.
Okay. I always kind of like thought about that, like what if like I don't know, what if it's a Muslim spirit, like they don't know Hebrew, so that was always kind of like a weird thought. And
if it's something like if a Muslim is being attacked by something or has an attachment to something, and I don't speak Arabic, I don't.
Right.
But that spirit is going to know the language, especially if it's a non-human spirit. It doesn't matter what language I speak. That spirit, non-human entities know all languages because they think in 4 dimensions. Okay, they just do.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter. I can speak it in English, and it'll work just as fine. And the reason I use one lady who came over to my home, she lived about 5 hours away. She came over to my home, and my God, Shawn, we worked on this lady, me and my apprentice by ourselves worked on this lady out in my Voodoo temple for 4.5, 5 hours. I was completely drained. I used this particular time, I used nothing but a combination of Voodoo exorcism techniques, Native American exorcism techniques, Catholic, obviously because of the Voodoo, and chaos magic techniques as well to get rid of this entity. Now, she wasn't possessed, but she had a horrendous attachment, and I actually saw the damn thing. I saw the entity. It was, and I've mentioned this before, it was a female non-human spiritual entity, and it was covered in this black sludge like oil and grease that was just globbed all over it, and it had these arms that were super extended like tentacles, and they were waving back and forth rapidly as I was saying these prayers, and as I was putting what's called Florida water in the shape of a cross on this woman. Blessed Florida water was burning Palo Santo I was singing a Lakota banishing song, and it was the reason, because I was dislodging it. Exactly, Palo I was dislodging it, and it knew that it was becoming dislodged. So I trapped it into a black candle. Now, black candles, everybody thinks black candles, oh, that's bad, that's evil. No. Black candles are great for getting rid of negative energy, negative spirits, negative people, okay? So I trapped it into, a long story short, into the black candle, and I put it into a brown paper bag, and I put the sigil of Papa Legba, the gatekeeper, the opener of roads, the opener of doors. He's one of the most powerful voodoo law ever. You have to go through Legba before you go through anybody else. Usually Legba and Dambala before you get to the other Loa in the Pantheon. Or sometimes they're called Mystery, as they say in Haiti. The S is usually silent. But so I told her, once I put it in the bag, and by the way, I did mark it with eggshell powder, blessed eggshell powder. Me and you talked about that too.
Yep.
And I told her, I said, the first crossroads or the first bridge you come to. Now, I'm not advocating pollution, but hey, it is what it is. Extreme time, an extreme situation calls for extreme methods. So I said, the first bridge or the first crossroads you come to, you toss that bag with that black candle into that water. Get in your car. Do not look back. Pretend like it's Sodom and Gomorrah, baby. Don't look back. Not even
Never look back, right?
Don't look back, not even in your rearview mirror, and you just go. Anyway, the lady's been great ever since. So
nice.
Yeah,
that's like a thing when you are going to discard of anything spiritual. Don't ever look back. You never look behind you, and you don't.
And in some cases, you need to take a different. In some cases, I don't mean to interrupt, but I just want to say this before I forget it, because my mind's everywhere right now with all these irons I got going on. But in some cases, you want to go home a different way than you drove to that crossroads or to that running water. And it has to be running water.
Running water, like a river.
But yeah, don't look back. So,
what if you do a lake?
A lake? I mean, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't work. But, traditionally you would want to use running water. But hey, if that's what you got, then that's what you got.
Right. I'm just curious because I've never used. I have had to discard of several things, and it's always been a river. I'm lucky enough to have a couple by me. But I always kind of wondered, like, what about like a deep lake? Would that work?
Honestly, I don't see any reason why not. I really don't. Tradition says one thing, but intuition says another. So I don't see any reason why not.
You could also bury it too.
You can bury it in the west if you're going to bury it. The remains of whatever it is, bury it in the west, because the west is the direction of taking away power, diminishing, decreasing. So.
But if you're not going to bury it, or like if you're going to use like a river or a lake, but what about?
He says in my new book,
the doors kept opening.
You should trust your instincts.
Go for it.
This is crazy, isn't it?
When I think of banishing something that's negative, or bringing in something like into your light, or like light into your life, I think of the Into the Abyss section of the podcast.
I think that's very valid. But did anyone else have trouble with it coming through? Like, did it get choppy? Did it freeze up for anybody else?
I didn't notice anything bad.
No.
On my end.
Really?
Yeah.
It's just the IT issues, Shawn.
Wow. Okay. Okay, Linda
spooky.
Dix. Linda. Oh, jeez. Wow.
But
okay.
Ken.
Yes, sir.
Real quick, spirits. I'm not going to be talking. There's a dog behind me. If you just pet it, light up. Let people see you. They can see you if you light up those lights. I'm just saying. All right.
I'm pumped.
Mute my mic now. All that is on you, brother.
You are familiar with this, so Are you? I'll give you number 1 and 13 as a reference point. All right, Ken.
Sure.
All right. 13 fast fire questions. Answer them as quickly and as thoroughly as possible. Let's begin. Number 1. What are 3 ways for people? Oh, go ahead, Shawn.
Did you see him checking himself out? He's like, look at me.
You know what? I did do that. 100%. 100%.
Impressive.
Own it.
Own it. What are 3 ways for people that aren't interested or involved in the paranormal to keep themselves safe from dangerous spirits?
Rely on your faith, whatever that faith is. Rely on your faith. Say your prayers. If you're Catholic, you have a rosary. Use it. You know, a lot of Catholics, they claim to be Catholic, but they don't pray the rosary. Pray the rosary. It's extremely powerful. If you're pagan, you have resources there. It doesn't matter what your religious beliefs or preferences are. It doesn't matter if you're pagan, Catholic, Muslim. There you go. Yeah.
Okay. What about ways? And I mean, most paranormal investigators. I mean, we're not trying to get into the occult or anything, or like anything like crazy dangerous. But what's a way for just like a normal paranormal investigator, someone on their paranormal adventure, to keep themselves safe from these dangerous spirits like demons or, you know, even worse?
Oh, well, first of all, when you go into a place that's haunted, it doesn't matter if it's a demon, it doesn't matter if it's human spirit, especially if you know what's there. You must always show respect. I don't care what it is. You must show respect. You must give that entity respect. But as far as like personal protection, my God, there's so many things you can do. Sage in the bottom of your shoes, douse yourself with blessed Florida water, holy water, wear a Saint Benedict crucifix around your neck. And sometimes wearing a crucifix is taboo, but if you're doing it for the right reasons, it's okay. A blessed pentagram. Pentagram is a very powerful object. It represents not just the elements, but it also it used to represent the 5 wounds of Jesus Christ. So you can use those things. A quartz crystal. Just take a quartz crystal, something like this, and imbue it with prayer, protection prayer, and keep it with you. And if you feel like something is wrong, if you're Catholic, do the sign of the cross using this, using a crystal, or do the sign of the pentagram, or whatever. Repetitive prayers, even if you don't have a rosary or whatever. Your faith, man. You know, whatever that is. Even in yourself, doesn't have to be in a supreme being. Faith in yourself can sometimes be enough. I've used that.
Okay, now you might say that you've been, you know, studying and practicing magic for maybe a few years, you know, give or take. What's one element of magic that you've always wanted to master, but you're not quite there yet?
That's a great question. Wow. Okay, so I honestly, and this is going to be dark, but I don't give a shit. I've always wanted to be able to completely take over the mind of my enemies. And I've been able to do that only in their dream state to a certain extent, but you know, you're limited. But yeah, I know it sounds terrible, but hey, I'm being honest.
No, and that's what the show's about. If you had to create a piece of paranormal equipment, what would it be and what would it do?
I really like using a digital recorder. I really do. I love using a digital recorder. I think it's very valid, and I would just like you guys do. What is your name? Do you need help? Are you here? Yeah, dialogue.
Now, Outcast Paranormal is that's what the group's called, right?
That's right.
Okay. Obviously a great group. What's the most exciting part for you about Outcast Paranormal?
These guys are great guys, man. You know, I'm the only homosexual on the team, and they accept me, they respect me, they love me just the way I am. They don't give a shit, and they are here's the thing that I'm very impressed with Outcast Paranormal. I don't know of any paranormal teams out there who regularly and consistently employ a sorcerer and occultist to go with them on every investigation, to be a part of what they do, to want me to help them, to give opinions and to do my magic at a location. I don't know any paranormal investigation that does that, and I am considered a valued team member, and they want me all the time to be present. That makes me feel great. Yeah.
Ken, you can come up here and do your conjuring thing whenever you want. Just let me
I know.
when you're in town.
I know, brother. I just wish it wasn't so far away.
I know.
Yeah. If someone is struggling with believing,
But wait a minute, you said you're getting. No, I'm kidding.
What?
Nothing. I was gonna make a bad joke. Go ahead. Love you, brother.
I love you, man. You're true.
If someone is struggling with believing in the afterlife and afterlife, etc., how would you help explain the proof behind it?
That's a great question. I don't know. I would really want to sit down with the person and explain to them the things that I have seen, the things that I have experienced, and just let them know, look, this is real. There is life. This is just a physical shell, and obviously, energy cannot be created or destroyed. Everything has a spirit. Everything has a soul. Even to some extent, inanimate objects. All animistic peoples talked about that, and it's the truth. It's impossible it is impossible to die. It is impossible to truly not exist. But I would sit them down in my office or wherever I could, even online if they wanted a private consultation, and I would answer their questions as they came to me, as best I can give you.
Yeah, no. I love it. If you had to create a new version of a Ouija board called the Ken Allen board, what would it do differently than like a Ouija board? Like, what would be special about it?
I would want it to be magnetic, to work on the I'm not a physicist. I don't know the science, but the planchette, I would want it to be there to be magnets on the planchette and on the board. So when you put it in the middle, then you ask questions, and then it does its own thing that way. So it hovers basically without having to touch it,
Oh, so you have like the positive and the negative retraction.
There you go.
Okay.
Shawn the physicist coming in. My man. Oh my gosh.
There you go, baby. You got it.
What is harder, taming spirits or taming cats?
Taming cats. Taming cats. Yeah, we talked about this earlier. I have been taming cats lately. A lot of people's going to think, "What the hell?" But I do have a lot of what's called cat medicine. A lot of powerful cat medicine. I can take the most feral, wildest cat. Give me 3 days, maybe 4 at the most, and I'll have him purring and just hanging around my neck like a stole or a scarf. But but it's a lot of effort. It's a lot of effort. But I can make it happen. So I would say the cats, because I'm well versed in working with spirit, so that's not much of an issue.
Understood. No, I mean, in all of that, I mean, you speak so many different languages, but if you had to create a new language, what would it be called and what would be unique about it?
I would probably call it Kendian or Kendian.
Okay.
And I don't know what would be unique about it.
Canadian. Or no?
Canadian.
Sorry.
That's a great question. I don't know, man. Canadian, like Shawn said. I don't know. That's funny.
Okay. So if you have a beautiful podcast called The Wizard's Table, and I mean, obviously, you talk about magic, but I wouldn't say like what's the most magical part about it, but like what's your favorite part? Like where do you see the real value in it, and what brings you the most joy?
Being able to commune with the spirits. It really does. Being able to gain that enlightenment from a spiritual entity. Look, you can gain enlightenment from all kinds of spiritual entities. It doesn't have to be a saint or an angel. You can gain enlightenment and knowledge and wisdom and spiritual benefits and spiritual value from a demon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just, don't think binary. Don't think an absolute good, absolute evil, because based on my experience, nothing can exist that way. Nothing can exist that's absolute good. Nothing can exist that's absolute evil. It just can't. So I have learned and I have experienced great spiritual things from both demons and angels, elementals, and the dead through some of my necromantic practices, as well as my ancestors. Ancestor practice and ancestor veneration is powerful. It's beautiful. That's one of my favorites, really.
Yeah. Now, something evil, 100% evil, did happen. Those trademark attorneys, they took down the name of Outcast Paranormal, and now you are tasked to rename the team. If we couldn't name it Outcast Paranormal, Ken, what would that paranormal team be called?
Lord have mercy. That's a hard one, Brian. Because I love the name, Outcast Paranormal. We would call it Dante's Inferno Paranormal or something. I don't know.
Ooh, Dante. Ooh.
Dante's Inferno Investigators or something. I don't know.
I like that. Okay. So we're coming up on number 12 here. Something that's important. Tell us why it's so important to focus and help child spirits.
Yeah, that's a passion of mine, man, because we've talked about that a lot. I have a 4-year-old son, okay? And that is the absolute best thing that's ever happened to me in my life. There's nothing I would not do for my son. And these spirits, these children spirits that stuck at places like, and I use this as a reference all the time because I can't think of anything else right now. Waverly Hills, stuff like that, the tuberculosis and stuff. They're so scared. They're so scared, and they're stuck for many reasons, and they're stuck. It is a passion of mine to try to go to these places and to help these children to cross over. Now, I have helped spirits to cross over before, but I've never been to a place of that magnitude and done it. No, I could do it, but it would take a long time and a lot of effort. And I would be willing to put that time and effort into doing that. And it would be strenuous. Working magic, working sorcery, helping to move spirits on is very strenuous. And you have to stay grounded. Mm-hmm. Did that answer it, Brian?
Yeah, no, it did. And the last one, you have garnered a beautiful community through all of your work, in the field, the podcast, and all the irons in your it's not oven. What do we call it?
Irons in the fire. I don't know.
Iron in the fire. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. What's one
irons
message?
In the cauldron?
Yeah, irons in the cauldron. What's like one message that you want to tell your paranormal community, tell your community that loves and appreciates everything that you've been doing?
I want to tell the paranormal community that loves and appreciates everything I'm doing, thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You have my blessings, my sincerest blessings, and I have your back. I take a bullet for you guys. Honestly, I would. Because like I said earlier, there's so many investigators who just think people like me are terrible, horrible, that we're a waste of time, that we're invaluable, and that there's no place left for us in the world. And it feels like that sometimes.
Yeah.
I just, and that gets lonely, Mm-hmm. I love you guys. I thank you guys. I humbly thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your lives, just to talk to you, just to be able to talk to you and throw ideas back and forth. So
yeah,
it's very warming and touching.
And that was Ken's third Into the Abyss section.
Yeah, it was
beautiful.
Yeah. And Ken, I'll tell you what, I'm honored to have you as a part of my path in the paranormal, supernatural, spiritual, in as a friend and brother. So all jokes aside, I 100% have your back. If anyone in the community starts talking shit to you, I'll give them a piece of my mind. And nobody in the community has seen me release that shit yet. I'm telling you what. I bite my tongue a lot.
Oh, I appreciate
so if you
that,
guys
Shawn.
think my little Facebook rants or something, that ain't shit.
I appreciate that, and
Like,
I honestly, I love both of you guys. You're good people. You're good people,
and we love you too, Ken. Yeah, you know, when you go on these, you know, when people start paranormal adventures, and I've done it with like just random college students that might have thought that the shows were cute. I've since brought it home to my hometown friends, and it's people think that you're just gonna, you know, see Casper here or there and have a cute story to tell at the campfire. But when you really start to get involved in the community and just meet everyone, and not only like the experiences you'll have, but just the quality of people you meet on the adventure. And I'm so blessed that Shawn, you know, had an opening for me here, so I could, you know, start to, you know, obviously meet you and meet everyone here. It's just hidden gems.
Yeah.
Honestly, hidden gems. And it does suck that sometimes we feel hidden or unappreciated gems, but it's the truth. I mean, if maybe I don't know.
We all kind of like put ourselves out there in the community. And I know just on a personal level, you know, and I've told this story before, where at my old job, when certain people found out that I do the paranormal and I do investigations, they wouldn't talk to me anymore.
Wow.
And that's just doing investigations. Oh, there's people that legit believe that you know, we contact demons and that's what we do, and we're going to bring demons into their lives.
Which there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not putting anyone down. I'm just saying it's not true. Okay, I mean, I'm just being real. The thing is, like, it sucks though, because it's like this is something that I got into to help people, and it's and then I get like shunned for it. So we need to stick together. And then with what you do, you take that what I do to a whole nother level, and that's why, man. That's why if anyone ever do that would be so messed up. So 100%.
I've had it happen. I had and I know it was a fake profile. Somebody by the name of Rabbit Ear Silicon. That was their Facebook name, Rabbit Ear Silicon. Okay. So I don't know. Maybe they were from California, but anyway, they sent me a nasty message saying that I was ridiculous and just very horrendous things, you know. So I blocked them.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of that crap. Yeah, now, guys, you may notice that my lights are off behind me. You could barely see the parapooch back there. I want people to see if the lights go off. That's why it's off. I had something fall next to me. So I'm like, okay, let's see if something really does happen. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to just bring that because we were talking about the IT issues and stuff. I have a controller that I use for my PC gaming, and it was securely on my desk, and it just fell. So, let's see if there's more to come, guys. I'm open to it. Yeah. This is like the one and only moment, and I'm telling you, this is the one.
Did you move the moment.
I did. I turned his back because there's 3 lights, so you're looking at his ass and his head. But that way people can see the lights better. So that's I literally just had him ready. Everything else is packed up and ready to go. So because I have a big investigation this weekend, and it's really cool. It's at an old village, so we're going to be investigating multiple buildings, and some students from Kent State contacted me. They want to interview me and some paranormal investigators for a project that they're doing. And So they're doing some sort of a documentary series. And this series, and rightfully for the season, is on paranormal. So they're going to come and hang out with us, talk about the equipment, talk about the paranormal community, and they're going to get to experience an investigation. And it's at that same village, Brian, that you booked an investigation at.
Really?
Yes. Wow. It's why can't I think of the name of the village?
Glaze?
Yes,
Glaze?
a Glaze village. So if anyone is from the Akron or Cleveland area, you may know like of Hale Farm. It's like an old-timey village, like historical society like type of village of old things that they brought together in one little area. And we're going to be investigating these multiple buildings. And there's even some other stuff. There's an aspect of this that Ken's actually helping me with, and it's going to be really special. Yeah. And I just don't know how much of this I'm able to really divulge about it. Not on Ken's side, but on what's going on there. But he's going to help me do something very special, and hopefully it helps a little bit. Because that's at least a little bit is better than what's going on now.
I think it will. I want to ask you guys, if it's okay, have you guys ever heard of a place called, I forget the house, something Willows? What is it? It's owned by David Spinks. It's in Indiana, I believe. Extremely haunted.
I have not.
It's a house in Indiana.
Yeah, it's called the something Willows or the Willow something. I actually watched a small documentary on it last night, and William Shatner was the host. Rocket Man.
Really?
All right.
Yeah.
He was just in outer space. He got to prove that the Earth isn't flat.
Exactly. And with all the cats that I work with, if it was flat, they'd already knocked all the toys off by now.
What is it?
I had to see to my dogs real quick, but give me like 5 minutes.
I'm sure you guys have heard of this place.
Anna,
I can't remember
Whispers
the name of it.
I have not.
Willow something?
It's in the shape of a cross. The house is built in the shape of a cross. Not a very large house, but there's been horrendous suicides there, a lot of deaths there. It's intense. The energy there is very black, very dark, and there's probably a non-human spirit there. Maybe a lot of times they'll show up when there's been a lot of death, but I think the most of it is human spirits that are in just extreme depths of despair.
Well, give me 1 second, and then I'll.
Yeah. Take your time.
David Spinks, Spinks.
That name's. Hold on, that name I know. Okay.
The documentary was on the one hosted by William Shatner called The Unexplained Sky.
Dave Spinks.
Yeah, I went to his Facebook and sent him a friend's request today, and he actually has some information about the house there because he bought it. He bought the house.
I'm gonna have to do more research on that.
I wish I knew more. We could talk about it, but
yeah. Well, there's a Willow Weep.
That's it. Yes.
Willow Weep.
That's it. Willow's Weep. That's it, baby. You got it, baby.
All right, I'm gonna have to check that out. Okay. Now, next month, I have a big investigation at the Monroe House. I wish you could come experience this.
Dude, I would love to go with you guys. So
I've had this book for so long, and I've been like, come up.
I want to go up there, man. If I can make it, you got to feed me some of that barbecue.
If you come up here, man, I'll smoke a pork butt, man.
Hell yeah.
I'll smoke or some ribs, whichever one, man. I'm not gonna do brisket because I'll probably fuck that up.
Yeah, I'd love to go.
Brisket, but I like ribs. I like pork for some reason.
Absolutely, Sky Ray. Send me a friend's request, please.
Yes. Now, Erin, she's bringing up a place that she was just at, Indiana State Sanitarium. This is a new location that has just recently opened. It's in the middle of nowhere. And
I don't know anything about that.
Dude, this place, I haven't been there. It's huge. But it looks crazy. Aaron spent a week there doing tours there. Definitely want to hear more from you, Aaron, about that. Now, Aaron also asked a question about, hold on. There's a lot of stuff here. Hold on. Aaron asked about doing, well, first here, what are your full moon rituals?
It just depends on what I got going up. You know, let me say this real quick. To me, there's no such thing as mundane. Everything to me is magic. Everything to me is occult. Everything to me is sorcery. So there is no mundane. A lot of full moon rituals I will do will be to increase people's health, increase my own strength, and of course my sanity. Absolutely, everybody needs that, especially today with this corona crap going around. So it's to heal people, and it's to increase my personal power and my personal strength, and I will use the moon rituals to invoke through demonolatry, to invoke demons to gain wisdom and knowledge and enlightenment. So, and in fact, this is an ancient Sumerian demon called Pazuzu. Okay. Now, forget what you know about him with regards to the Exorcist movie with Linda Blair. He's actually a benevolent demon. He is, you can call upon him to rid your house of evil spirits. He's a demon that rids your house of evil spirits. And I have actually called upon him with this very statue to get rid of other demons that have been harassing and haunting residents.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Pazuzu.
Pazuzu.
Yep.
Okay.
Look him up. Look him up. Very powerful. Very powerful.
And what she's asking about Florida water, she's like, I'm a Floridian. So
okay, Florida. She wants to know what.
What is Florida water? Here it is. What do you get it from springs? What is the Florida water?
Okay. Florida water, baby, is a type of cologne, girl. Okay. It's divine. I use it for everything, especially before I go into, before I evoke a demon, or before I address an angel through Enochian magic, or before I commune with elementals in the forest. I will splash Florida water on me here and on the base of my neck, because a lot of times when a spirit wants to enter your body to take possession of you, it will enter at the base of your skull. That's a lot of times that's where they go. Anyway, it's a type of cologne. It's been around for over 100 years. If you want to order it, you can order it offline. Just type in Florida water cologne. It's a type of cologne, and it is the best of the best of the best, with honors, sir.
I had a bottle, but it must be packed away.
I can't keep it.
Holy water.
I can't keep it. I use it for aftershave too.
Oh, I'll tell you what. The reason why I covered my mouth when you said that when they touch the back of your, or they like to enter through the back of your head, almost all the times when I feel getting touched by a spirit, usually it's like close to the back of my head like that.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's interesting.
Yep.
I don't know if it means anything. It could possibly mean nothing. It's just that my hair is short back there and it's easy for me to feel things. I don't know.
Well, sometimes, and I don't have to tell you this, sometimes they will tug on your hair. I've had that happen too. But if a spirit is strong enough, even a human spirit can possess people, usually for a very short period of time, but it can do that. They will try to enter the base of the neck. And it's possible that some of those times that you felt that, a spirit's been trying to enter you, Shawn.
Okay, it wouldn't be the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, right. She said, "What is the most important goal you have within bringing education and truth back into the field?"
What's the most important goal you have with bringing education and truth back into the field? Well, I want to stop the hate about people like us, for sure. And I think we should be out there just as everybody else with regards to paranormal investigators. I like to see more paranormal investigators supporting us and employing us and getting us out there. Legitimate people, not Satanists and crazy shit like that. Hail Satan 666, whatever. I want to get rid of the stigma that we are evil and that we worship the devil and stuff like that. I don't worship anything. I'm a sorcerer. Most sorcerers don't worship anything. We give honor to beings, to entities, to higher powers and intelligences, but we don't worship anything. So yeah, I'd like to see the hate for us, especially, my God, really, especially in the paranormal community. Come on,
It's definitely a touchy subject, and
yeah, I know it is.
It sucks though, because there's so much, and it comes from ignorance. That's why it sucks.
It does. True ignorance.
A lot of it, yeah. It really, and that's what ignorance is. Ignorance is just not knowing.
Not knowing.
And that's all it is. People don't know better. They know what they're taught. They know what they think, is, or what they've been taught is right. And the thing is, I've had to open my mind and realize, hey, wait a minute, this isn't so cut and dry here.
No, it's not. And a lot of people, when they hear that word occult, they think the worst of the worst. First of all, don't get occult mixed up with cult. This right. I'm not doing Jim Jones shit. I ain't got no Kool-Aid stashed in the back.
I was going to say, you're not passing out Kool-Aid.
The word occult simply means hidden, and it's hidden knowledge. It's arcane knowledge. So there you go, baby.
There it is.
Knowledge is power, baby. That's right, girl. But you got to have the wisdom to use that knowledge too.
Yep, and have the open mind to accept it and bring it in. And that's what you gotta have, right? Now, when you're talking about investigators, it's Halloween, so I want to kind of talk a little bit about this. Get a little bit scary, because a lot of people that are watching this are paranormal investigators, and or they may know paranormal investigator. What is a real risk, or what is a real story of a paranormal investigator that you've had to help somebody because of the risks that come along with investigating the supernatural and paranormal?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I had this. I'm sorry.
No, it's just like, I loaded that a lot. Sorry.
Yeah, but I'll answer it as much as I can. I can't give away some of these people's names or identities. And you understand that. Yeah, and I know you don't expect that, but
nope.
So I had a mother come to me who had a teenage boy. Well, he was about 19, almost 20 years old, who was doing some paranormal investigation at a place in Taylor County, Florida. That area, at a cemetery called Poor Spot Cemetery. Now, Poor Spot Cemetery is very, very old. The graves go back to the 1800s and stuff like that. And Perry is heavily forested. Real quick, the skunk ape thing. There is so many legends about the skunk ape, which is a type of Bigfoot, in Perry, Florida. It's ridiculous. We do have them here in Wakulla County too. Yes, baby. But he went to Poor Spot Cemetery, him and a couple friends. They took a Ouija board. Now, first of all, I have a Ouija board. I use a Ouija board. There's nothing wrong with it if you know what the hell you're doing, okay? Before I do a Ouija board session, I do techniques of protection before and definitely afterwards, okay? But you can get some clear, beautiful, legitimate, and truthful, if you know what you're doing, communication from spirits that you intend to speak with. But you have to be firm. Anyway, they were using a Ouija board out at the cemetery. There was some alcohol involved and ecstasy and stuff like that. He and this other dude, actually there was a girl there too. I forgot about that. It was him, a dude, and the other dude's girlfriend or something. She got attacked. She got thrown to the ground. She had dirt all over her face, her hands, her arms, whatever. She was scratched to hell and back. And the other dude was getting choked. The other dude, he had bruises mysteriously show up on him the next day. So it was just not even amateur. Yeah, it was sub-amateur even. They went out there just being ignorant, talking about, we're paranormal investigators. We're going to get this Ouija board and this camera, and we're going to go out there and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And, you know, they had this whole ideology that they would get on the Travel Channel by doing this shit or whatever. Well, it doesn't work like that, baby. But, I mean, you know, kudos to your dreams. I mean, it's good to have them up here, but you went about it the wrong way. So, yeah, you can't do shit like that, man. Like I said earlier, you have to completely 100% respect these spirits. And I know for a fact that at Poor Spot Cemetery in Taylor County, Florida, there are powerful, primordial, non-human entities that dwell there. I know that for a fact. And they're lucky. And these spirits can kill people. They have killed people. And these kids were lucky. These kids were lucky. Fortunately, they were not possessed. Fortunately, to the best of my knowledge, at the time, they did not have any attachments. But we did go through a regiment of prayers and cleansings and stuff like that. So, right reasons, right intentions. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's just the thing, though. I mean, people think, can anyone do the paranormal? Yes, but you don't want to just dive into it. You want to make sure that you're right with your higher power. You want to make sure that you understand what you're doing and that you respect what you're doing. And a key factor that I've learned is once you walk through that door, there ain't no closing it.
That's right, baby.
That door is always open. You can stop. You can stop investigating the paranormal, but that door is always behind you.
Yeah.
It's always behind you. It doesn't go away, right? So you just got to understand and respect what you're doing. That's my personal opinion. There's a lot of risks that come along with what we do, and I talk about these risks. And people go in and they're provoking, they're doing this stuff, and I was like, I don't think that these people are taking these risks seriously enough, because when you're dealing with demonic, right?
Yeah.
They don't want you to know that they're there. They're going to come. They're going to totally fuck up your entire life. You're not going to realize it was a demon until they'll split you and your wife up. They'll just make it seem like really bad luck, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
They'll make you sick. They'll make you do that, lose your job. All sorts of bad things, car accidents, whatever. All sorts of just strings of bad luck. Yeah. You'll never know that it was a demon until it's too late. And you got to be careful. You got to be mindful of all of that.
It's the same way in sorcery and the occult. Once you open that door, once you've been doing it for a while and you open that door, there's no going. You can't look at the world the same way. You never will look at the world the same way. You have no doubt whatsoever that these things exist. You know, I mean, I can sit at my house and call these spirits and get evidence at home. But I don't want to just do that. I want to go to these locations.
I feel like, so like the Monroe's, I mentioned that earlier. When Ectovision, when we did our investigation there, someone commented in our YouTube video, it's nice to see like regular investigating going on or something like that. Basically, they were saying we weren't provoking, we weren't calling upon demons, we were doing a regular investigation. We were getting good, intelligent responses. That's because we were being respectful. It's because we were not trying to provoke. I mean, whatever is at the Monroe house, I'm not going to say it's a demon, but it's not human, and it's stuck there, and it doesn't want to be there. And people go in there, and they piss it off.
Yeah.
Okay, you get what you asked for, guys. Be careful.
Now, was this the place that me and you were talking about privately on the phone, that with the one that smiled at you? Or was that at Hinsdale? Monroe?
No, that was Monroe.
Okay. I've thought about that a lot, and obviously without going there and feeling that energy and, talking to the entity or entities that are there, I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing, I don't think it's a demon. I don't think it's a human spirit, but I don't believe it's a demonic entity.
Yeah, I don't think so either. but it's very strong, whatever it is, and it's not human. And it's somehow it got summoned in there. I don't know if summon is the right word. Somehow it got in there. And
summon is a good word. Yeah, you can use that.
leave.
Sure. Somebody probably dabbled in a type
There's
of dark
stories of that happening there, and there
witchcraft.
has been signs of witchcraft and other things. There have been sacks of things that were found throughout the house in the basement. And so, Aaron's saying,
yes, that's what I think.
A djinn.
Maybe
it is a djinn.
That's
but
what I'm thinking. Yeah.
When I think of a djinn, like, can a djinn be tall?
A djinn can be any shape it wants to. They're master shapeshifters. They can do whatever they want. I've had one with me since I was 5 or 6 years old. He's a guardian.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
And I think
Aaron, I'm curious to know why Aaron is saying that it's a djinn. It could be. I'm not saying it's not, but I don't know. I honestly didn't have an opportunity to go further than what I experienced, because what I experienced happened while I was sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day we left, right? So it's very, very interesting. And Aaron also wants to know, what cemetery were you talking about?
It's called Poor Spot Cemetery, and it's in Taylor County, Florida, which is about 45 minutes south of me.
Okay. And you mentioned the skunk ape. Is that who Brian Laundrie's hiding out with? Because that motherfucker needs to be found.
Well, you know what? I saw something on the news today about some park somewhere. I don't know. I get all these Fox News feeds, CNN, MSNBC, whatever, about the body parts that were found. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, they found some body parts and some clothing.
Right.
So I don't know. Is it Brian? I don't know. What do you? Oh, speaking of Brian, look who's coming back. I just wanted to make a joke. I had to bring it in there somewhere because you're talking.
It's funny because I had a feeling you would tonight. I did, and me and you did not talk about this. This was no staged shit. You talked about it, and I thought to myself, I bet you Sean's going to bring that up. And you did.
Oh yeah, I did. I mean, he's missing, and there's a skunk ape that should eat him. I put that energy out there. I did it.
We're talking about the dirty laundry.
The dirty laundry. We're talking about Brian Laundrie.
Yeah.
Because he was talking about the skunk ape in a cemetery, and I was saying if the skunk ape found Brian Laundrie.
And that's another thing, Brian and Sean. That's another thing. A lot of Sasquatch, Bigfoot, skunk apes, whatever you want to call them, they have also been known and sighted in cemeteries, in very desolate cemeteries, a lot. So again, there's a possible, and not just biological, but a possible strong metaphysical something going on there. Connection, sure, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, 2 of my most compelling photographs that I've taken investigating the paranormal were at cemeteries. I'm going to share them real quick. There's this one here. This is at Bowman Cemetery. Nobody was smoking. This is a clear summer night.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody was smoking. There's no campfires. There's nowhere for smoke to come from. There was no fog. Like I said, it was a clear night. But there's this, I believe is probably some sort of ectoplasm. I kind of see some lips that are in the center there, if you ask me. But that's kind of what I see. And then there's this other one that's at a different cemetery.
Looks like a duck.
It's kind of like a swirly mist thing. Again, a clear summer night.
Maybe it was trying to manifest somehow.
Yeah. Actually, a friend of mine's daughter took this photograph. I did not take this one, but this is still at another cemetery that is close to the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. So cemeteries, I don't really honestly think of a lot of cemeteries as being haunted. I don't think of that's a place where the bodies go to rest, not the spirits.
Right.
No, spirits can go anywhere though.
Yeah.
And this land was also Native American land. There's a lot of history.
Every place you step.
The Bowman Cemetery, where this photo was taken at, That tree that's back there, there was said to be like a witch that was hung back on that tree. There's all sorts of crazy stories that happened. There was a crazy thing that happened right before I took this photograph. And this photograph, actually, we left there quickly. And we left so quickly that because when I showed the photograph to some of the ladies, they got spooked. Like, we gotta go. I don't like this, whatever. So we left, jumped in our cars, and we left. I left my digital recorder going, and as we were, and I got clear Class A EVP going, Jack.
Wow.
Like, what? Yeah, in my car. So, and what's crazy is that I was sitting because we were camping, and I was sitting at the campfire, and I looked over my car and I thought I saw a face in my car. The next morning, I saged the crap out of my car before driving.
I bet you did, baby. I bet you.
Yes.
Well, you sent me.
If a cop would have driven by, he would have thought that smoke was something else.
Yeah. You sent me. It's been about a year now, maybe, an EVP where you and some folk were at a graveyard. I don't know if you remember the one you sent me, and it said, "I'm dead." Remember?
I do.
I'm dead. Yeah. Yes. I mean, it was clear. It was 100% clear. What is it they call it on the Travel Channel? Class A.
Class A EVP. That's when
Class
they come
A,
out
baby.
clear. That's when it comes out clear. You can hear it without a doubt.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, even though it was breathy, it had tone, if that makes sense.
Definitely does.
I can't. I can't think of where the travel to who even goes on the Travel Channel. You know what I mean?
I don't anymore. I've been watching Marvel movies, dude. I've been watching the hell out of Marvel movies, bro. I'm loving it. I've never watched them before, so I'm watching boom, 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 boom. Well, the only one I got left is Black Widow. I got to watch Scarlett Johansson, baby. She be working it out. Her and Milla Jovovich, they're my favorites. I love Milla Jovovich and Scarlett Johansson. Do you know who my first, guys, this is fun. Do you know who my first straight crush was?
Who?
Barbara Eden.
Hmm.
Barbara Eden, I Dream of Jeannie. That was my first straight crush.
Oh, that's who. Okay.
She was beautiful.
She was pretty.
Okay. She played in I Dream of Jeannie.
I Dream of Jeannie.
And then I Dream of Jeannie. 15 years later.
15 years later, I remember that. I was still a lad.
I still dream of Jeannie.
Yeah. But she pronounces it. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Milla Jovovich was in the Fifth Element.
She was in the Fifth Element, yes.
Oh, smoking hot in that movie.
Uh-huh. She's just a great actress, all the way around. But
that's cool. We watched Schitt's Creek, and we looked up the people from Schitt's Creek, and I didn't know that certain people played in Beetlejuice and Scary Movie 2. So that was very interesting.
I haven't seen it.
Oh,
I haven't seen
so
it.
Good.
But I did watch Sabrina, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Did you? Okay.
The new ones?
Did you watch all of the seasons
of Sabrina? Yes. Mm-hmm.
So they peaked at 1, and in my opinion, it kind of gradually went a little downhill.
It did.
With the New Orleans stuff and everything. I know you must have really enjoyed that, because when you said Papaleta or whatever,
Papalegba,
I think I remembered that from the show. I didn't say anything.
But yeah, when it first started, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, it was dark. Then it got a little, then it got a little,
they got
silly.
Comfortable in their roles.
Right, exactly. It got a little silly. So,
Brian,
I agree.
That exact photo that you were talking about, but I found a version of that photo that you're trying to show.
Oh well, it looks like this. for everyone.
That's me.
So Shawn was on Travel Channel, and now he's on a college, all glaze village superstar.
Man, you know what, dude? When I was in Ectovision and we went to John Carroll, man, that was like those are the proud moments to me of being in the paranormal.
Yeah,
You know, going in and helping people understand it and helping people open their minds to different ideas and helping people start their paranormal adventure. Like you guys, that's where I have like those proud moments. The being on the TV shows, that like that was fun. That was just an all around fun experience. That was right before my 40th birthday, and I did that filming for that show, and then right after that, I went into Arizona, and I got to see my grandparents, and that's when I went to Vulture City, and so it was just like the whole like stage of events for that was just fun.
Yeah.
The proud moments to me are helping the people and stuff like that. So.
That's how me and Shawn met. They were guest speakers at our college paranormal group, and gosh, it was so good because like after the meeting was over, we just stayed and talked for so long.
Yeah.
But I loved the first season of Sabrina.
It was. Yeah,
you can go back and rewatch it. So
it still kind of makes me feel like a dirty old man a little bit. I'm just gonna throw that out.
Yeah.
It's like I don't feel like I should be watching this. It's like kind of like one of those things. Like,
But like you don't
like
get that in season one. You don't get that in season one.
You kind of feel a little bit dirty. Like these are high
it
school
gets
students,
a little weak. They get a little soft.
Yeah,
it's like they get so comfortable in their roles, and to Shawn's point, they're just throwing around like 16-year-old, I know, rated M stuff, and it's just like I felt that too, and I was telling Julie, I said, like it's just really weird that she's 16.
Yeah, they should have there's so that kind of stuff. They should have made her 18. I would have been okay with that.
Yeah, I mean,
the actors and actresses. Yeah. The actors and actresses are all over 18, but it's like they're not, and it's like
it was still a fun show though.
Because Julie said, the third season was so trash, I'm not watching the fourth one. I said, come on, man, like I'm so committed, like
you might as well finish it. You might as well finish it.
You got to finish.
I at least want to know. And
it's like I'm invested in The Walking Dead. I gotta finish it.
That's where I'm at too with The Walking Dead. I'm way vested in that show. So I got to see how it ends up. This is the last season.
Yes,
this is the last season.
I tell you what, the old Negan handled that heifer.
Oh hell yeah, he did. Hell yeah, he did. Negan is he's showing how he's not such a bad guy, and it goes back to what you were saying about demons. Demons are not always bad. People,
they're not.
Bad people don't always do bad things, and good people don't always do good things.
Exactly.
People are people. We all have this choice.
That's
we
right.
all make fucked up decisions, and sometimes it might be good. Sometimes, So.
Again, I ran into a situation where I had to banish an angel because it was harassing people. And I employed a demon to help me do that. So not everything. It's not black and white. It's not cut and dry. It's not binary. So
and that's how like a lot of people feel that people are like they're like, oh, that guy's a bad guy or that guy's evil or whatever. It's just like, well, I mean, we all have good and like light and dark and all of us.
We're all fighting our demons, right?
And it really is through the lens. Like you don't necessarily have to say like, oh, I always just try and find the good in everyone, but just like people shine in different lights, and looking at someone holistically, and just always being kind and everything like that. That's just like me, like when there's drama or whatever in the paranormal community or the anything community that really gets people down. I like to be like Bruce Lee, like just be like water, and just whether it's good or bad, just like just don't put too much weight into it, and carry it forward, or like a people like like take someone's ideas or this, that. I just assume that I do it better, and that's subjective, and I carry on. That stuff is always hard.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And then you have the empath, who's like that rock that was thrown into the water.
Oh yeah. So
you're that rock. You're thrown into the water, and you feel all the water. You feel the energy rushing
for you two. So I'm like anti-empath, not like against empaths. So like let me back.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, like not that
you don't want that. You don't want that for yourself.
No, dude. Let me tell you what. You don't. I'm empathic too, and you know what? It is difficult. I'm empathic too. It's difficult. First of all, it's hard for me to go into Walmart because I can feel, dude, crowded places. It's so difficult, man, for me to do that because I can feel people's emotional energy. You know, it's hard. It's hard.
I'll tell you what. Ever since COVID and all the stores, like now Walmart's only open till like 11 or something stupid like that. I think I've been to Walmart twice because if I'm going to Walmart, it's at 1 o'clock in the morning because I don't want to deal with the people and the stuff that comes in there.
Yes,
and it's just like so much of it, and like
I mean, I had to go to the pharmacy today for my mother. She needed her medicine, you know, and she's up in age, and it's hard for her to get around. I mean, she can drive and stuff and walk or whatever, but you know, she just wasn't feeling good today, so I had to go to CVS. I guess you guys have those up there. I don't know.
We do,
but yeah, okay. So there may have been 8 people in there, but dude, I could feel them all around me. So I did. So what I did was I was taking energy in. It's a technique I learned when I was practicing Tibetan Buddhism. I took energy in and I let the energy out, and it formed a barrier, like a force field. And it helped me get through it. It stopped the emotion from coming in. So yeah.
What I do is I take energy from the earth, from the ground, and I shield up towards the sky around that way.
Yeah, whatever works. Absolutely. Yes, it is. Absolutely, Sandy.
Mile longer streets. That's right. I mean, oh my goodness, it's what is going on with people these days? I have to throw this out here, okay? Going to Walmart, going to anywhere. People are, it's like before, like people were like in their like selfish little ways, but now it's like people just like look straight ahead. They don't care if a car's coming. Or I'm just I don't care. You're steel. You're tons of steel. I'm gonna walk in front of your car. Like I got.
And you know what, dude? It's not even at Walmart. It's
everywhere.
Downtown Tallahassee. When I have to go to Tallahassee, it's the same way. They just boop, 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 boop.
What's like they literally can't see past the tip of their nose. Like,
and they think that you're going to, I mean, obviously I'm going to do the best I can to stop for them, but there may be a time when somebody can't.
Oh no. Aaron says that you were talking, Brian, but no one could hear you.
What was the last thing I said?
I don't know. Aaron, help us out here. We're talking about Walmarts and CVS's.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain I got my point across because you guys weren't talking when I was making the point.
Yeah. Oh.
Dang it, Aaron! Because I was reading that, I said,
I know.
"All right." No, I just said, "God bless you guys." I don't know if you heard that. Like, God bless you guys, because that's like that's a huge thing. And I mean, even Tina was like, "Oh, Brian, you can really work on the gift, and like, you know, you're a quality person. You can really." And I said, "I understand that. That's just not an avenue that I want to go. You know, I don't mind staying grounded and staying in my lane. I can stay in my lane and help people in a tremendous way. It's just, I already feel like it's so hard to keep track of everything, like all the irons in the fire and everything, and just trying to like. I remember when it was February, and I blink. Yeah. And it was August, and then September, and now October's on. Like, it's already going so fast. Like, I can't imagine being empathic and it's just draining like that.
But you know, we learn to shield ourselves, and I I don't do it all the time. I don't do it as much as I should, but when I'm really feeling it, it's hard and heavy. I just lay it out. I push the breath out. I erect the shield, shields up, like on Star Trek, and then I'm better. Then I'm good. I can get through it. So you just got to be mindfulness.
Yeah.
So
Another place I can't go into without shielding is a hospital. Hospitals, for some reason, I must have some sort of a light about me or something. Even when my kids were born, I think was it Dakota? They're all born at the same hospital. I smoked back then, and I went out to smoke, and I felt like someone was walking with me. And this person was like following me around for a while. So finally, I was just like, "You need help." Like, for some reason, I just felt it. Like, you need help.
Oh, I remember that.
And I was just like, you know what? I called Archangel Michael down, and I asked him to help the spirit get to where he needs to go. If it's for him to cross over or whatever, I had no equipment with me. And then when Dakota, it must have been when Dakota was born, because I was aware of being an empath in this. And so I ended up helping that spirit, and that was a man, cross over. And I was like, it was weird. It's like I envisioned him going down this path that was out in these woods that was right there, and I envisioned him cross over. And another time was when I got a tour of the Akron Children's Hospital. That was intense. I'm getting a tour of this hospital with a bunch of CEOs, CFOs of Signet Jewelers, the company I worked for at that time. And meanwhile, there's like tears like streaming down my face, because like spirits just like, I'm like, guys, I had to turn around the corner. I'm like, guys, you got to back off. You got to back off. And I shielded up. They're like, Shawn, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And I was like, I had to like basically tell spirits, you got to, I'll help you guys on our lunch break. And I went to another secluded area, and I wandered off, and I ended up helping at least 5 or 6 kids cross over at the hospital. So, yeah, they're saying the podcast is stuck, no sound.
What?
I hear fine.
So do I.
I also hear fine.
John Ward's here. Hey, John. Hey, brother. She said, Shawn, you should have taken him outside. I did take him outside. That's where it happened at. We're outside. So it's weird. And then like that just shows. But for me, hospitals, for some reason, they spirits are attracted to me there. And so hospitals and big stores, those Walmarts in particular, for some reason.
Yeah, damn Walmarts.
Yeah, Target's not as bad, but Walmart, there's just a lot of anxiety in Walmart.
Well, the Walmart that we have locally, they actually, this is crazy. They actually built it over like 6 different sinkholes. They did, dude. All they did was fill them in and build it over there. And like 3-4 years later, there's all these cracks in the floor, and now they're worried about it. It's like, well, what the hell were you thinking?
That's not the only Walmart I've heard of that happening at, though. There's a Walmart. Actually, I worked at Walmart years back before I was married, and that one was built over an old swamp, and that store was settling uneven.
Mm-hmm.
And now that store they fixed it, and now that's a super Walmart. There's another Walmart in Garfield Heights where it was built on top of an old landfill. You can legit see 2 feet of where the asphalt was first put and where it's at now.
Yeah,
that whole one is that whole shopping plaza is pretty much done. I don't know what engineers were in charge of that project, but they did. Yeah, and so Aaron's bringing that one up too. It's just, but yeah, those people Walmart sued the landowners to get out of their contract, and once Walmart left, that gave everyone else an out, because everyone else is there because of the anchor stores. The big anchor store leaves, that gives everyone else an exit. So it's rough. I don't know why Walmart. Maybe they try to go for cheap land because I know they try to own a lot of the land that they use too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
they
yeah.
just go for the cheap.
Yeah.
So maybe sinkholes and swamps and old
landmines.
Landmines. Yeah.
Sam Walton is always looking for deals for everyone and deals for Walmart.
Right.
I tell you a place I really like to shop for food, but it's expensive. But I swear, dude, their Logan shopping is a pleasure. Publix is great.
Publix? We don't have Publix out here.
I love Publix, dude. You go to Walmart, you go to any other grocery store, Winn-Dixie, whatever, you can't find nobody to help you with nothing. Dude, as soon as you walk into Publix, there's at least 10 people before you get to where you need to go asking you, can I help you? Can I help you? Publix, baby. That's right.
Yeah, Publix. Well, we got so here, Sky Ray wrote a book, so I feel the need to share. She took the time to write all of this. So she says, I freaked out nurses last March before COVID shut down when my mom got admitted. We were in the ER and a code blue happened. They were gone for 40 minutes working on some man. The nurse came back and I asked if the man had said his name. If the man and said his name is okay. She said, how did you know that and what happened to him? I told her he was standing right beside me to pass a message to his family. Well, this man got stable to be transferred to Lifeline. Then I realized we knew the family. My uncle brought him to the hospital.
I think she's a psychic medium. I think Sky is a medium. Yeah.
Definitely.
She's a medium. Publix.
We don't have a Publix out here. Maybe, all right, Publix, come out to Ohio. Come on, show us what's up. Right now, I go to Meijer a lot.
Have you ever heard of a Piggly Wiggly?
I've heard of Piggly Wiggly because I go down south and they got Piggly Wigglies down south.
We got them here, baby. And we have a Hoggly Woggly. I kid you not.
A Hoggly Woggly.
Yeah.
We got the Big Bird, other known as Giant Eagle.
See, I never heard of that.
Giant Eagle? Never heard of Giant Eagle? Yeah, that's like our biggest one out here. Is there another one out here besides Meijer and Walmart? I don't know. Yeah. But,
I love Myers.
I'm a big fan of Myers myself.
So Friday.
Yes, tell us about Friday.
Friday night, me and the Outcast Paranormal team, me and the boys are getting together, and we are going out to a couple locations locally here in Tallahassee. One is called the Bellamy Bridge, which was built in the 1860s. Extremely haunted, very, very haunted. A lot of lore and legend behind that. Then we're going to the oldest cemetery in Tallahassee. There's actually a witch buried there. Her tombstone is the only one that faces west, the only one. And it's massive, huge. Her husband obviously spent a lot of money building this roughly 100 years ago.
Wow.
So that's where we're going Friday.
Oh, wow. I just realized the time, guys.
Yeah.
Fun.
So
yeah, real quick, I hear your little boy in the background, and
he's ready.
And
he's
your
ready
husband and stuff. So
thank goodness. Oh my gosh. I heard that and I was so oh my gosh. I was like, I didn't see the dog light up, but I'm hearing something. Okay.
No, I wish the dog would have lit up, man. I'm disappointed.
Maybe
Turn
next
the
time.
lights off and everything. No, there won't be next time because whatever's down here is going to be allowed to. So this is their last chance. We're ending the show now. I do not communicate with spirit in my home. I do that on purpose because I don't want them trying to communicate with my family and scaring my children. Because if they scare my children, there's a big problem, and they would don't want to deal with all that. So now with that, those names sound like something from Alice in Wonderland. Melvin says, okay. Now, how can people when When is your movie coming out? When can we see the
Mookie Experiments will be coming out?
Yes.
Yep, it will be coming out between December and January, but they are shooting for December, and it will be on Amazon. The Mookie Experiments, very intense.
I'm pumped.
100%
so the
real.
Experiments, they're going to do stuff. They're going to what are these like? Is this something that we need to worry about watching?
Yeah. There's going to be a disclaimer at the beginning, and there's going to be a disclaimer right before the ending. Okay, so a couple of the cameramen, after they filmed my part, actually went home, and 2 days later they experienced a lot of paranormal activity in their homes. And one of the cameramen experienced paranormal activity not only in his home but also in his car.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So.
Okay, and so we can look for that coming out in
December is what they're shooting for, but between December and January, I'm hoping December because I'm ready to go to the screening also.
Oh, there's going to be a screening?
There's going to be a screening. Yeah, I'm not sure when that will be though.
Okay. I want to know. I want to watch, and I want to have you and your team on.
Okay.
When this comes out.
It'll be on Amazon.
I want to meet Bigfoot Stacy. I want to meet the whole crew.
Yeah,
they're good guys.
Even if it's even if it's like after, that's okay because that just gives us time to enjoy it. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Melvin's asking what platforms it's going to be on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And Erin wants to know, where is the screening happening? She's staying in Florida.
More than likely, it'll be somewhere here in Wakulla County.
Okay. So Erin, wait a minute. You were
but I don't know that for a fact.
Florida? All right, I need to talk to you. Okay, so it's going to be somewhere, and you're in like northern Florida?
I'm right outside Tallahassee, 20 minutes south of Tallahassee. I'm in Wakulla County.
Okay.
Right down the road from Wakulla Springs.
Awesome. Erin says she's going to be there.
All right. Nice.
Well, aren't you special, Erin?
The movies, but again, there will be disclaimers, and the guys did experience some intense activity. So.
Yeah.
Nice.
Please keep us updated, and even if
Absolutely.
there's like a private link that we can see beforehand, if
Sure.
if you and the team are going to come on before it, whatever. I want to see it. That's all.
Okay,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Definitely.
And go to, I don't know if you guys are on the Outcast Paranormal group, Outcast with a K. Go there and join the group too, so you can keep up with what's going on there.
Outcast Paranormal. Oh my gosh. And before, I know we're past time, but you got to plug the Wizard's Table.
Yes. The Wizard's Table.
Just gonna. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to let you do your thing. I was just going to mention it, but go ahead.
I was just going to say that we need to talk about the Wizard's Table. You guys are every other week like us, but I think it's kind of like alternating. Like you guys just had a show last week, right?
We had a show, last Saturday. We usually air every other Saturday, but we will have a show on we will have a show on the 30th. We will have a show on the 30th, and then we're going to hop over and be interviewed on another show on the 30th. So it's the Saturday 30th. Saturday the 30th is going to be a long night for us.
Yeah, it is. What show are you guys going to be on in the 30th?
Beyond the Woodline. Beyond the Woodline.
Awesome. Okay.
You can please go and like the Wizard's Table podcast page so you can get our notifications when we come on and stuff like that.
Erin's hitting on you. She wants to know if she'll go on an investigation to the cemetery. I'm just jealous because she's down. Apparently, she's just in Indiana and now she's down in Florida. So I'm jealous. So yeah, she gets to hang out. So I'm sure that Ken would hook it up. Just could she message you?
Yeah, absolutely. That's fine.
Reach out to him on the Facebook. If you want, I can introduce you guys through Messenger or whatever.
Yeah.
But there we
But
go.
man.
Brian put the Wizard's Table links. And
Yeah, I'm just looking over here at the other screen to like copy and paste all the links and everything.
Yeah, no, that's great.
The Wizard's Table.
Which is awesome.
Thank you. And, you know, we started in February, and like Brian was saying, look how time has went by. By the way, we're going to have Patty Negri on again in November.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
When are you going to have us on?
Whenever you can get me a schedule, I'll get you on. I can't do it this month.
Okay.
I can't do it this month.
I understand.
But November's open. I got a lot of open spaces in November. You guys want to come on?
I think I only have one Saturday in November. That's where I'm going to the Monroe House.
Well, we'll get you on there. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I've been wanting you guys on for a while now.
I know. I'm sorry to put you on the spot like that. I was just really
no, but I know you were joking. But no, you and I have been talking a lot about that.
January might be a good time to ring in the new year, or December.
Is that good for you, Brian?
December or January might be best.
Okay.
Oh yeah. What do you got going on? Brian's a busy guy.
Oh yeah, listen, November, the No Headshot boxing event, Shawn. 11/20.
The 20th? I work that day.
It's because you don't care. No, I'm just kidding. I think I have an investigation in December. It's looking like the 11th at the nunnery again. And then I'm running a half on the 19th. So there's that. But that's really it for December. So that's where there's like some like
November. Aren't you coming to Monroe House?
No. Sorry, I'm talking about December.
Oh.
My November is trashed.
I'm done with like being out in the cold and investigating, so I don't really have much.
I have an investigation the 6th, the 13th. We have the No Headshot boxing event on the 20th, and then I actually have my cousins coming in on the 27th. That like I haven't met two of them, and the other one I met once. For Thanksgiving, it's gonna be a great time.
I'm gonna smoke a turkey.
I'm gonna watch you drink a bourbon and smoke a turkey.
Yeah.
Julie will be doing something though, and I'm excited. Yeah, so I'm sorry, Ken. I know like you've got thoughts going on, but
I gotta get
He's
my
blowing the candles out. He's like, all right, drop it up.
Yeah, just blow the candles out.
I gotta get my boy to bed, y'all.
Yeah.
December, January.
Okay.
At least for me. And
Okay. All right.
I don't know what. Yeah.
We will. We'll keep in touch. So I thank you guys for having me on.
Thank you, Ken.
It's always it's beautiful coming on your show. I love it so much. It's so relaxing, you know.
Thank you, Ken. We love having you on. Anytime, brother. Anytime. So we will be we'll be talking to you.
All right. Keep it real, baby.
Saturday.
Keep it real. Nothing but
too.
love, y'all.
Nothing but love and light.
Love and light, brother.
Later, y'all.
Later.
Good night.
Good night.
I'll be in Florida while you'll freeze. Whatever, Aaron Kasmarsik. I've known Aaron for a very, very long time. So
Really?
that's why I pick on her. So I've known her since like
I know. And then she gave you so and then I ended up getting it.
Wait, what?
The doll.
Oh, the doll. Yeah. Well, I gave you. Yeah, that's the doll from Aaron. I gave you a different doll.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought I literally thought in my head that you okay.
No, I have Aaron's doll. You have the doll that I got from some random person off of Facebook, and like I felt like it felt weird, so I gave you that. I thought you knew. I explained this to you.
That's insane. No, I was under the impression that you gave me Aaron's. Okay, yeah, no, totally.
Yeah, that was Aaron's with the little ghost pillow that my wife just gave me. Yeah. And then you have the one with the energy that's not very attractive to me.
I mean, anything in that basement, whatever's there tormenting you. But yeah, no. So, Shawn, I know we're just wrapping up here, but we got the mineral house. Is what you were talking about. Uglaze should be all good to go. The nunnery, and then the two more of the Bryan locations. We have to pick. Probably the nunnery for the next solo run challenges. Look, and again, for anyone who's listening, the solo run challenges, it's just like a normal investigation, except instead of maybe 10 plus people, it's just me and Shawn. And then maybe Becca to film us, right? So just us three. And then Shawn and I go do solo runs in these crazy places, but we're doing challenges. Like we're blindfolded, we're wearing noise canceling headphones, like all disgusting stuff.
Yeah.
Shawn's a
we
beast.
push ourselves to the limit so that we can so we got to push ourselves, and then you guys get to watch us push ourselves to be in uncomfortable situations.
Oh yeah.
So now with me being a part of that didn't come out big enough. The Underground Paranormal Network.
Oh yes, Shawn is the man.
Now we have access to more locations.
I'm pumped. I talked. I got a deal with the Bryan, Ohio locations to stay there overnight. So the ones from Bryan, Ohio, are gonna be overnight. And honestly, Shawn, we can probably do one of those for the solo run challenges too.
Yeah, probably good. We'll work it out, brother.
Overnight, yeah. I'm telling you.
I don't know, man. We're doing Monroe House overnight.
Are we?
Yeah. It's overnight.
I don't know if I knew that. That is exciting.
Yeah. That one is overnight. We are welcome to crash there, and that is going to be insane. The last time I slept there was when I had one of the most intense experiences to date. So that'll be interesting.
Good.
We do plan on doing a challenge, right? Right?
At the Monroe House?
Yeah. Are we gonna?
I mean, for me, like, I don't know if you're asking me. I'm down.
Oh no! I was like asking you, but it was like a rhetorical question because it's gonna happen.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. We're gonna do this because that place, I'm telling you, man. If you go there on an active night, it's a crazy, crazy place. Hopefully, we get an active night. And I say that about every location because not every night is active. Spirits aren't always, up to talking to us. They're not puppets. So we're getting comments still. Oh, where's a good place for a newbie to investigate? Where I started out by going to the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. What's good about the national parks is that they don't close, at least unless it's posted, right? So make sure you check their posting, see if they close. And usually it's pretty okay. Just don't want to go alone because it's a national park and all sorts of people. The people you have to worry about there. So you don't really want to be alone. But that's how I got my start. Investigating in the national parks locally. Just make sure if it's not a place like that you do have permission and you're not trespassing.
Yeah, absolutely. So
like in California, you know what? I could probably find some places. I have some connections down there in California. I know a cool places in Arizona that you can go to. But yeah, what do you think, Brian?
Yeah, as a newbie, okay, so the easy cop out is just tag along with another paranormal team on like a location that they're going to, and you're going to have the experience behind you that it doesn't necessarily depend where you go as long as you have that surrounding. But like if you and a group of friends in the spooky season are getting excited about investigating, here's 3 things that you can do. One, those parks or those cemeteries that you have permission to go to is a great free way, and all you need is a phone on airplane mode, do not disturb, with a like an audio recorder app on there. You're golden. Okay. The other thing is maybe if you have someone's house or maybe like a client's building that is quote unquote haunted that they're allowing you to go to for free, again, to keep the costs low. You can go there and experience the paranormal, but above all, be respectful and maybe bring someone who's a little more experienced. And even if you and a couple of your friends, newbie friends, it's October, even if you want to rent out a place, there's places that are $300, $500. If you're bringing 10 people, it's $30, $50 a pop. That's something, you're probably going to spend that much in haunted houses anyways. Okay. Right. So newbies, this has never been a better time to get involved and starting your paranormal adventure.
100%. Something that a lot of people don't think of. Hotel rooms. Doesn't matter if you're talking about a Motel 8 or if you're talking about a Hilton. Okay. It doesn't matter. People they get hotels for a lot of different reasons, and they're not always good reasons. There's people who go and get hotel rooms to commit suicide. There's people who go to hotel rooms because they're going through all sorts of traumatic things. People OD, people get murdered. Hotels are a cesspool of paranormal activity. I'll tell you what, there's so many times I've gotten to a hotel and I've had to tell Spirit to back off so I could sleep. So that's another good way to start. Get yourself a Motel 8, get a digital recorder, see what comes up. You never know what might come up. And if you're ever close to Vegas, those Vegas hotels, that a lot of those casinos are known for being haunted. There's all sorts of stories. And I bet if you ask a lot of these hotel people that manage these hotels, they will probably have some pretty creepy stories.
That's right, Melvin.
Yes.
We always admire you for your intellect, but it's just.
Should I not?
Gut feelings are always.
Are you speaking from experience? Should I not share a hotel with you? I don't know if this is me personally, but I mean, I'm not going to be like committing suicide if that's true. Now, real quick, Brian, do you know how many people, right off the top of your head, we have going to the Monroe House?
I don't. I haven't sent out the confirmations and whatnot, and I know that we were being.
We had a tentative list, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many people do we have tentatively? Do you know?
I'll find out.
You'll find out.
Sorry,
well,
like if you get. If
well,
you
here's
give me,
the thing.
If you give me 10 seconds, yeah.
Erin is inviting herself. So where is it at? You'll be in Florida, Erin. How are you going to get here?
I had 7 people. So like
7?
It just says Monroe House 7 people, November 13th.
She'll be back for Tool. Tool is in March. Tool concert. That's in March.
Well, okay. It looks like me, you, the one person that's coming. I think maybe 7 tentatively.
Oh. All right,
and
Erin.
Erin would be 8.
Erin, you're cordially invited to join Brian and I and other members of Your Paranormal, along with Austin Maynard, to go to the Monroe House. So I think you already responded. So we'll be excited to hang out.
Oh yeah, and if you all haven't, I'm not in Florida yet. Perfect. If you all haven't experienced an investigation with Erin, it is a real treat. And I'm talking, she what I like about her is the craziest things can happen just like out of nowhere, and she is just so composed, right? She's so composed and she's professional, but at the same time, it feels like you're with family. Erin is fantastic. So.
Erin is awesome, and she's sensitive.
No. You will not be in the trunk of the car. You will ride shotgun. I am doing something special with the Tesla, so I will have to keep you updated on that.
You're doing something special with the Tesla.
Mm-hmm. I will keep you updated.
I'm okay. I'm curious.
Yeah, I will share it with the podcast next time. I think you all will really enjoy it.
Are you gonna do one of those things where people use the camera to use the motion sensor or something to try and communicate?
No. I'm just.
I was like, is that like?
I love you too, Aaron. No. I'm pimping it out.
I did a Shawn jump scare just.
Yes, Melvin. It was perfect. He was having technical difficulties due to the spirits before the podcast, and he was frozen in that screen. And like the quick savvy individual I am, I went to snip it on my computer and snip that real quick. Oh my gosh, beautiful
Cool.
Little thing. Yeah.
I am a treat, like cotton candy. She says, "You love Brian the most, but you know me longest." That's messed up. That's why you love Brian the most.
You got the
gotten to know him yet.
You got the Annabelle doll. You got a Raggedy Ann doll.
Yeah, because I stole it. I didn't really steal it, but I kept it. She brought it to me to give to you. I was like, "Oh, I like this." You have an Annabelle doll now. There's more clothes.
I do. I have too many dolls. Is there any other like housekeeping or anything that we need to go over? I mean,
as of right now, not that I can think of. I didn't really steal it. Aaron gave it to me to give to Brian, and I never made it to him. I had permission.
Well,
housekeeping. Let me think.
First off, Ken did a fantastic job. When Shawn said that Ken was coming on for the Halloween episode, I mean, it's just no one else better than Ken Allen. With all of his occult and magic and everything, fantastic, totally fitting, and it was a real treat. But who do we have next?
Who do we have next? It's a mystery.
Yeah.
Who do we have next? It's a mystery. Where'd my phone go? I do believe next, the next show is the 3rd of November. I don't have it in stone yet, but I'm hoping for it to be the very one and only. Hold on. Do we still have it here? I don't think we do. Do we? Nope. Oh, why'd you take that down?
Oh, I didn't do anything.
I must have. Doing some house cleaning.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Because he always comes up on every single one of our shows. And we had a picture of him. Oh, there he is.
No way.
Josh.
Wait.
I don't have it in stone yet.
Now, this is how you know I love Josh Bender.
That's what I'm hoping.
Shawn, look at this. Look at this.
Nice.
You already know because I came prepared. I almost forgot. I went to an investigation last Saturday, the Gill House.
Yeah.
I had my camera operators rocking 2 60-watt Necros.
Nice.
Beautiful IR lights. I'm telling you.
Heck yeah.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh. You can see everything in that IR camera. It's so beautiful. If you guys are ever looking to grow your paranormal adventure, one of the best ways to do that is to invest in your IR technology.
The box is even fancy.
Go to Deadlight. Look, Deadlight. Josh is a local guy who makes this stuff, and he's got support out the, I already know you guys are dropping $190 on a REM pod for no reason, for no customer support. They're just going to ship it to you. If it breaks, they're going to tell you to pound salt. Deadlight, you're getting quality stuff. It's actually going to increase the quality of your evidence, your investigations. Your team's going to love it. I can't talk about Deadlight enough.
Do you see a reflection or something?
Yeah, Shawn. Yeah,
what
Shawn.
What is that?
It's the same stuff that's on the corner of your stuff, Shawn.
What do you mean? What is that? What is that?
It's like the corners of your
right there
screen. I'm telling you, Shawn.
Dude, that is not.
Look, it's a weird QR code. Okay, I don't know. It's a little ghost QR code.
Dude, that is not my house.
Someone scan that real quick.
Dude, that is not my house. Where is that? What is that showing right now? But do you guys not see that? It's like a fireplace or something. Does anyone else? Am I completely losing my mind right now? It's like the side of someone's house. There's like a window right there. Look at that.
Yeah. It looks like an oven or a TV or something. What?
What is going on here?
Honestly, that looks like a house. That's a house.
It's a house. That sounds like a fireplace.
That's a legitimate house.
What the fuck? What is going on right now? I need IT specialist right now.
Wait.
Why am I getting a reflection?
Okay, so let's look at the photos.
Am I looking at?
So, what are the photos on your computer right now? Do you have any other browsers up that have that photo?
Let me see.
And I'll search the.
No. I'm going to close the windows as I'm going. No.
Okay. And then I'm looking at the.
No.
Because the only photos that I have here that are on Spreaker that look like that is that, but.
No.
And you can kind of even see the grain on there too in the top left.
Well, look, it's still there.
Yeah, no.
No,
okay.
No, hold on. So look, if I go to share, right? I'm going to go to share screen.
What? Whose house is that, Shawn?
I don't know. What is that?
This is our paranormal podcast after hours.
Is this
how could that be me, Shawn?
I don't know.
The only thing I can do is pull up a still of your face.
Place? Look at that.
Whose home
is
that?
Was it door?
This is realtor.com or something. It looks like a background for green screen, but the box is picking it up. But where is that? Where is that coming from?
Screen? Do we have a green screen option? Let's see. There is a green screen option. Oh,
that's the filter. That's the filter. I told you there was a filter on, Shawn.
Shit.
Shawn, I told you there was a filter. I told you this before.
That is
I told
weird.
you this 2 hours ago. 2.5 hours ago.
But I didn't touch that. So here's this now. Hold on.
Yeah, look at that. All right.
Now hold on. This is what we saw.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
that's what we saw. Whose house is that?
It was
background.
It's like Rando Name 94's house or something. That is officially Rando Name 94's house.
No, I'm the ghost in the house.
Now you're the ghost in Rando Name 94's house. All right.
See my lips. All right.
Look, well, we have cracked the case. I mean,
oh, that's so disappointing, though.
Welcome everyone to Debunking 101 with Brian and Shawn.
It's not there, guys. And the other digital lights or whatever blinking shit. Come on, guys. I know.
I mean, it looks like a nice house.
Like a nice house. I agree.
I'd like to investigate there.
Okay.
Mystery solved.
Mystery solved.
Rando name 94's house. There you go. We've cracked the case. Debunking 101. Only the finest content here at our paranormal podcast.
Oh, but hey, that's exactly how you do it, though. That was a lesson.
No, I'm being serious. I mean, obviously, like I'm being serious.
No, it's all because that was weird, though, right? But then it all. I didn't even know that I had that on. I was messing with all the settings earlier this week because I'm trying to get Spreaker to work again, so that we can be everywhere. We have 2,000 downloads on Spreaker, guys. So I'm like, we're missing a whole lot of potential there, right? So I'm trying to get my computer to work. I don't know what's going on. Whenever I can get Spreaker to hear StreamYard, but then I can't hear it. So it's weird. I don't know. I'm not an IT guy. So what I have to do is I have to get in touch with Spreaker and StreamYard and talk to their IT. So for those meddling kids.
Yeah. And again, like the Spreaker is just, just to get us out there on all the podcast stuff. I know we've been trying to hit the Facebook and the YouTube hard, but just having more tools in the arsenal. And
right.
I mean, these people like Ken Allen and all these like crazy guests, like crazy in a good way, right? Any way that we can push them out.
Right. Yeah. We do this for them. So we need to get them out there. And that's what it's all about. It's about getting more publicity, more free publicity for them while they have fun hanging out with us. Well, hopefully they're having fun. And so that's what it's really about. And honestly, Gooseby posted that his show hit 1,000 downloads. And I was like, I wonder how many downloads we've had. I haven't looked at Spreaker in a couple months. And I went back, I was like, 2,000. I was like, oh, snap. Okay. We are definitely missing some good opportunities there. So I'm gonna figure it out. Might take me take a while, but pretty soon you'll see in our show posts again all of the podcast outlets because those will all come back once I figure this out. So I'm excited for that. I have a lot of really cool projects that I'm working on behind the scenes. So guys, be on the lookout for all sorts of projects that I'm working on. The UGPN, we have events, huge amount of events for next year. I'm doing, I'm part of a paranormal group for doing an award, a paranormal award. I'm doing a group for promoting, doing charities through the paranormal community. I'm going to be doing the UGPN events and all sorts of crazy stuff, guys. I'm going to be busy as hell. And
Shawn's training for a no headshot boxing match.
Yeah, by adding padding.
We've been training since like the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So Shawn cares about healthy hobbies in the paranormal community.
I do care about healthy hobbies in the paranormal community, but I have 8 screws in my spine that keep me from doing a lot. But I got new medicine that makes it so I can do more. So I'm looking forward to that too.
And one's greater than 0, so anything is progress, right?
Definitely. I just need, like I said, I just found this new medicine, and this new medicine is going to make it better and easier for me to go out there and be on my feet and do exercise.
Yeah.
Before it wasn't so easy. So hopefully this will make it better. And then I'm going to start off easy. I need to maybe like do some like core strengthening. Maybe do some what's it called, planking. Get some core strength, and then go on from there. Now you guys know my whole regimen. That's it. That's my regimen right now.
Well, Shawn, just because you come on 11:20 doesn't mean you have to fight. You could just come and enjoy it after work or whatever. So the options there. You have a month to think about it and coordinate.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then until then, we do have the Monroe House to look forward to.
Oh man, definitely gonna go live. Maybe for everyone.
Oh yeah, dude, we're going live. We're gonna go live.
Go live even for a little bit.
So
because when we went live at the Hinsdale House, oh, it's hilarious. We heard that disgusting sound from the forest when we were outside. Oh yeah. Oh man.
Oh yeah. So that the disgusting sound. I wonder, do I still have the clips of that? I need to.
Wait a second. You heard it here, folks.
What? I'm not boxing.
No intentional neck shots, head shots, back shots. Aaron versus Shawn, potentially spring of 2022.
What? I'm not boxing Aaron. You got too much pent up aggression against me. I don't think that's a good idea. I'm kidding.
No, but yeah, no. Think about 11th, and yeah, I just appreciate everyone coming on. We love you guys, and we love that you show so much love to our paranormal community and all of our guests, because that's what it's all about. And the community, it's our paranormal podcast. You guys are, what it's all about.
No, Aaron, it's not that we've done it before. I was saying you have pent up aggression against me because of us knowing each other for so long. Because you've known me for so long. It was a joke. But so now, real quick, Brian, serious question for you, sir.
We
did a filming for Real Scary Games. When do we get to look forward to that?
Okay. I am almost done with it. It is the summer of 58. But I do so much editing to the Scary Game Championship. So like Scary Game Saturdays, I just kind of throw it together. It's cute. But the Scary Game Championship, I put a little paranormal poem at the end. It's a little like song rap. Oh my gosh.
Who wins? Who gets the belt? How do we find that out?
So the group itself gets the belt when we complete the 15 scariest games. And between us, and you're going to hear it here first, there's a season 2, but it's all VR games.
Oh.
It's the VR championship. Oh, so
yeah, dude.
It's insane. So I'm buying the best Oculus there is at the end of the year, and
Christmas.
We're gonna go hard.
Ooh, maybe that's what I'll ask for Christmas too, an Oculus.
So once we get the belt, I'll be buying the Oculus, and we'll be rocking and rolling. But yeah, oh no, Scary Game Championships. I'm gonna post the crap out of it because you guys need to see Shawn's reactions. It's mostly him reacting to me screaming. I don't know why I jump so much, and it's not even intentional. But it's a real treat. Summer 58 has a beautiful story.
All right, so Melvin's gonna take it there. Melvin, you're gonna take it there. Don't make me feel like I need to prove myself to Aaron. I don't want to belittle Aaron, but she's little. I'm not so little.
I don't know.
If I step on her foot, she's not going to be in a good place. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Shawn. I'll tell you what. I mean, I'm going to stick up for my friend Aaron because, she loves me. Of course, I love her. I mean, come on, Shawn. You called me out like 6 months ago.
You called me out.
And then, whoa, my back. I'm going to bike, all this. I care about your healthy hobbies. So you know what? Let's get it on paper. Let's get a date. Are we doing it spring of 22? Are we going to do it at the end of the year?
I don't know. We got to get Brian.
Me and Aaron, we're gonna make a video of us montage training. We're gonna be like lifting static cameras and doing tricep extensions with tripods, and everything. We're gonna be at a haunted location working out for our
Melvin, I'm not
like a little Rocky montage.
I'm not talking about her being shorter. I'm just talking about me being a bigger guy. I'm talking weight ratio here. That's what I'm talking about. Aaron's getting excited. Oh, great. Stirring the pot. I don't know.
No, I'm just kidding, Shawn. You should work on your healthy hobbies in a healthy way, especially with everything that you've got going on. But I would never underestimate anyone, especially with no headshot boxing.
I'm not underestimating.
It's a wild world.
Aaron's feisty. Aaron's feisty. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Aaron's feisty. She's feisty, man. We used to play. What was the other one that we used to play? Still putting my money in here. Oh, Lord.
So, hey, listen. I don't know anything about money, Melvin, but this might be a smart investment. And again, I don't do nothing with money.
Wow.
I mean,
turned out to a rag on.
I don't advise or anything, but
wow.
No, just kidding.
Wow. Okay.
You should never bet money on no headshot boxing. And
there's no real winner, is there?
Well, okay, so if you both go the distance in your paranormal no headshot boxing, if you go the distance, whether it's 2, 4, 8, or 12 rounds, you both investigators win. The rules are you have to be a paranormal investigator with your paranormal, and you go 2, 4, 8, or 12 rounds. If you both go the distance, you both win. Because look, no one's professionals. The whole point of it is just for you to get healthy. Okay. The other thing is if you quit or if you get like knocked down with a crazy gut shot and you can't get up after 10 seconds, then we call off the fight and there's a loser and a winner.
Okay, so basically whoever gets tired first. Oh, so that puts me at the disadvantage then because I'm freaking out of shape and tired. I'm tired before I even get there.
Well, like the whole point is for you to train so you don't get tired. But there is entry level, so there's like 2 rounds, and that's only a total of 6 minutes of work. So that's why we have the entry 2 round, which is an ultra blitz, 4 round blitz, 8 round intermediate, and 12 round the full fight. So, it's something for everyone because we love our paranormal investigators.
Where can people find these no headshot boxing videos?
You can't. So we can, like, if you're part of the Your Paranormal and like you're doing the boxing, we'll share it. It's just that like if you boxed, I wouldn't want to just share that with anyone because it's very intimate. You're putting yourself out there, and I don't want anyone to see it that you don't want to see.
Okay.
I want it to be like a close knit, like because that was the worry. Like,
I can respect that. Like
are you gonna
being judged and stuff?
Yeah, like are you gonna post it anywhere? Like, I don't want no. Like it's just a little family event that Your Paranormal has, and for your paranormal groups out there, you don't have to do no headshot boxing. You can do like a quarterly or twice a year or an annual like 5K. Or you could do a half marathon or something, depending on your scale, or do a race that has like a 5K, a half, and a full, and just have people train and run together. And that's a cute way to,
Aaron, hold on, Aaron, you're talking crap about Mario Kart. You do not always beat anyone. You do not always win. Now this is a challenge that I can get in, and I kill you in some Mario Kart. Whatever. That's something that I can for real get into and not worry about shaking too much.
Shawn called me out on Call of Duty as well, and that's just not a smart move.
I did.
Shawn beats me like 9 out of 10 things.
I haven't played Call of Duty in like a year, but I'll probably still beat you. But I just deleted it off my PC because I just downloaded this new World War II game, and I'm really excited to play it. That was my plan for tonight. It's called Enlisted, and I'm really excited to play it.
Well, look, the show was supposed to end at 10:15. We gave you guys an extra 45 minutes for this Halloween special of this random paranormal banter. Shawn's got to get to this World War II game, and honestly, don't we all have a World War II game or something similar that we can get to, maybe retire to our families or something. Let's I think we should call it a spooky night. And spooky season, guys, real quick, spooky season. Don't procrastinate. Get your haunted house game on, get your investigations on. Go see that scary movie that you've been talking about. Get the friends together, get the family, get the people that are afraid, like, oh, I'm so scared, I'll never play a scary game. Get them to your house and play some scary games with them. Even if you don't play scary games, now is the season.
Now is the time to do it.
Now is the time.
That's very true. And it's a full moon. And so with that, everybody.
I appreciate you all. Yeah.
Yes. Everybody, please stay safe, stay healthy, have a good time, enjoy this wonderful Halloween that's coming up here. And everybody, I hope that we helped you guys over this hump day and help you guys slide on down into the weekend. Everyone, stay safe, stay healthy, and everyone, be careful of all those spooks out there, because those living spooks can be scarier than those dead ones. I don't know what I just said, but yeah, made sense to me in my head. That's all that matters.
I like it, Shawn. You're the man.
I don't know. It sounded good when I thought of it, but then I said it. And with that, guys, I was going to do an outro. My nephew just did a play, and I filmed it, but, it came out too bad. So I'm not going to play that, guys. But, guys, the feeling's out there. Have a very, very good, safe Halloween. And stay safe, stay healthy. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to this extra long show with our awesome guest, Ken Allen. Make sure you check out the Wizard's Table on every other Saturday here on the RU Media Network. Everybody, have a great weekend. Have a great rest of your week.
Thanks, everyone. This paranormal adventure that we're all on, it connects us. This is our paranormal community. This is our paranormal podcast with your host, Shawn Gilmore.
He's worked in the paranormal field for 10 years.
He was featured on the TV show Paranormal Survivor that airs on Travel Channel.
His passion is creating para-unity.
With your host, Brian Mursell.
He's worked in the paranormal field for 7 years.
He leads his own paranormal team.
He wants to help people start their paranormal adventure or grow their existing one. This is our paranormal adventure. This is our paranormal community. This is our paranormal podcast.
It's about supporting. It's about making para-unity a real thing, because we all need to support each other within our community. And that's what the show has always been about.